Welcome, welcome. If you can see me, hello. My name's Liz. This is Guided by Angels, and this is a live Q&A with me today on this fabulous Friday. I'm sending everyone so much love on this fabulous day. If you are watching this back with me later as a replay, all you need to do is click anywhere during the replay and you'll receive an answer in the moment, something you need to know. If you are watching this with me live right now, hello. Hey, beautiful Ling and Melissa's in the house. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you are watching this with me live, just pop your question in. Just bear with me. It's taking a minute to come up my side. So just waiting for it to come on. There we go. And let's see if we can get the likes up today as well. And thank you as well to Ling yesterday for being there during my Q&A, my horoscope reading, should I say. It meant so much to have you there as well. Obviously, Karina and Donna were there as well. Hey, Lisa, good morning, honey. You're early today. Or am I late? Okay, I had really weird dreams last night. Oh, my goodness. I had 3 weird dreams. Okay, so dreams are getting very odd. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if anyone else is having weird dreams, but I certainly am. Okay, let's do Ling then. So Ling says, hi Liz, what should I know about ST and me, Ling, currently moving forward together? So what do you need to know about you and your twin? What do you need to know about you and your masculine moving forward together? What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Well, you got wise investment, so it's a wise investment. So the reason that's come out is because all the work you're doing on yourself and all the time it's taken, everything that's going on, it will be worth it. You just got to open your eyes and see that, and I know that you do. So this is reminding you to look at this situation in a higher way, to use your third eye, not just your physical eyes, and to have faith in what's being manifested, especially between now and April. And you've got, look at this, 8 of Wands, things will move forward. It says energy surge and communication. So you know yourself using tarot or being aware of tarot, what this card means. This is a powerful message of movement, okay? And the fact that you've got this big red angel in this, you know, I'm seeing this like Archangel Metatron, reminding you of divine timing, that everything is in divine timing. So things are shifting forward, possibly over the next 8 weeks, especially with this coming out. Because when I connect with the Ace of Pentacles as a reader, I connect with it as December to April. So between now and April, things are shifting forward. You just got to look at that case. That's what you need to know. It's a wise investment. Is there a message from him to you? You're saying, I was driving halfway, so halfway only posted those messages and I managed to come back in the end. That's good. Okay. Look at this, fate and destiny. So he knows it too. It's fate and destined. And where he is right now, he's asking himself that question, is this path for me? So he's working through his own stuff, okay? So what's the message for you? What's the message for you? Oh, thank you, Ling. Angelica told me to wear something a bit different on my eyes, so I am. Look, picking up the pieces. You may feel like you're picking up the pieces, but there's a new chapter ahead. Your dreams are coming true. 9 of Cups, emotionally fulfilled. So don't worry. There is a shift. Look at this. You've got a timeline between October last year and September this year. So just have faith. I hope that helps, okay? So welcome to everyone who's in the house. I'm sending you lots of love. You can see I've got donations coming in here. Lisa says, feeling really low since yesterday regarding home. Any guidance, please? Let's do a message for you, honey. So what do you need to know? I'm really lost as to what to do and what's going to happen. So obviously, move out of the future. You know, we go into these wobbles because we're worried about the future. So breathe yourself back into the now. You've got memories there as well. So this could also be about you thinking about the past. And I mean, this could be connected with your twin, but I feel this is about things that have happened before. So this is when you go into your head about things that, you know, the way things have been. And I mean, it's like memories. It's like everything coming up inside of you. You know, you don't have to carry this burden by yourself. And obviously you've made all these memories and all these photos and, you know, all these, I'm talking about what you've got going on at home. You know, you've made all these memories, and I know it hurts as well thinking about change and what that means, and because you're trying to do the right thing, but there has to be some kind of karmic ending. And obviously this is in your situation. Why? Because you've got all this creativity that's building in you. So you'll always have the memories of what you've had and what you've created, even if there is some kind of karmic ending. And you've got, like, look at this, it's like court judge. So there could be some kind of court battle coming, or something to do with court coming in, that's going to bring in what you need, because you can't keep doing it. It's like you've got to take a stand and say enough's enough. This isn't my responsibility, even though it feels that way. And I know it's hard, but I feel that's what you've got to be strong enough to put into place. And Archangel Michael will help you. Archangel Jeremiah will help you. But when I'm connected with this, I really am feeling that you've got all this creativity in you to express, and no way of expressing it at this moment. So whatever's going on, there has to be a karmic ending. And obviously this is also connected with your twin, because if you go to your twin situation, it's very similar, because obviously she will be thinking about all the memories and all the things she's created in her own life. But there has to be a karmic ending. There has to be a shift. It's like enough's enough. You can hold on to the past and continue, but it's just stagnancy, it's stagnant energy. And obviously you're helping him to grow and evolve and become the best version of himself. But again, it's not just your responsibility. You may feel that way and people are putting that onto you, but again, you're allowing that to happen. So I feel this is why you've got this karmic ending coming up, because you've got to take a stand, and that may be a legal stand, and then you're able to follow through on your creativity. And that's what I need to share with you, so sit with those messages. I hope that helps, okay? And I also want to do Melissa before I go to donations, because Melissa was first in as well. So Melissa, we're going to bring you a message in about your journey, honey, okay? What do I need to know about Spy Dude? Anything happening soon? So what's the message coming through for you from Spy Dude? So you've got Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunity. So there is an opportunity coming in, okay? And you've got the Two of Wands, planning and decision. So this is where we are in February. And I feel what this is about as well is his higher self and his lower self, the ego and the higher self having a battle. Because I feel his higher self is pulling him to you, and obviously his passion and desire for you is pulling him to you, because it's destined. It's a destined opportunity. So it's only a matter of time, really, until things fall into place. So from his perspective, he's saying, I will return to you someday. You need to have patience with me. And the past, they're saying the past as well, but the pain is killing you too. The past is killing him. The past, the situation he's in, but the pain is killing him too. So he is missing you, and he's struggling with being away from you just as much as you're struggling with being away from him. And he is going to return. Now he's saying someday, because obviously he's trying to work through his situation. So your guidance is to see this in a higher way. You've got a new level of awareness anyway, because you recognize that it's his choice. He's got to choose himself. He has to make that decision. You're keeping the door open there. The door is cracked open. Okay, I'm seeing that's like, looks like curtains as well. A lot of healing in this. Now you could see there was a sword, Archangel Michael's sword, and the green is about Raphael's healing energy. But what I'm feeling is like you're keeping the door open, but obviously you can't stick around. You've got to do you and live your own life. So what I'm feeling with this is, it's his decision. He's got to change. He's got to make that choice. He's got to deal with his own stuff. You can't rescue him. And he's going through healing. What you can do is send him healing energy, healing light, love, and be there for him when he needs you. But obviously, you've got to set your own boundaries down and do your own thing. And you're waiting for him perhaps to speak his truth and say what's on his mind to others as well. Well, I do feel there's a great healing taking place, but you're receiving a new level of awareness in this situation. I hope that helps, okay? Karina with a C, thank you for the donation, honey. Message from DM Normal. So what does Normal want you to know? You're saying can you ever forgive me? So he wants to apologise to you. And I feel like he's wanted to apologise to you or come towards you since Valentine's Day, or perhaps if he didn't give you flowers Valentine's Day, or show up for you, or show you that you mattered, or I feel he wants to apologise for that. So I feel he wanted to be around you on Valentine's Day, but for whatever reason he wasn't able to. Or if he wasn't able to be there the way he wanted to be. And he said, I will return to you someday. So again, temperance there. They give me fear. Fear around this. So have patience in this process. Because he said, I will return to you. I want to apologise. They give me fear. Oh, a lot of fear around this he's dealing with, okay? What else do you need to know? He's saying visionary leader. So he's got to step into that King of Wands role. He needs to move forward. So the King of Wands, everyone reads tarot different. Okay, but when I'm connected with this deck, I'm seeing this as him taking power, becoming the Emperor, but obviously stepping into that leadership role. So you've got to allow him to come to you. And that's very likely what you're doing anyway. Letting him take the lead, letting him come to you. So he has a vision of how he wants to move this forward. He does. And he wants to come forward and apologise to you. What else? The guidance for you is eager to experiment, Page of Wands. You're going to feel it when he's coming. You're going to feel it in your body. So I feel you're becoming a lot more sensitive to your psychic self, your psychic awareness. You'll feel it when there's good news coming. You'll feel it when something is shifting. You'll feel like excitement in the body. And you want to experiment. You want to explore this with him. You want to be in a relationship. You want to move things forward. But again, everything is in divine timing. That's why the Patience card come out, Temperance and healing. So don't be defensive. Just let your guard down. Obviously set boundaries down and know your own worth and value. But when it comes to you, make sure that you're not kind of being defensive or blaming him for things or criticizing, because that's what we're learning. Remember, you know this too, we're learning to handle things differently. I hope that helps. Let me just bring you one more card in. Actually, what else does he want you to know? He's saying to you, no other compares to you. So that's what you need to know. No other, whether it's a past person, people around him, whatever he's got going on, no one compares to you. You made that song by Sinead O'Connor, okay? And thank you for the donation, honey. Hi, dear, may I get a message from Frank? How is he? Any advice? So what's going on with Frank at this moment? He said, I lose myself when I'm with you. So he's got to be ready for you, because he does feel like he loses part of himself with you, because he feels vulnerable, and, he goes into that version of himself he used to be. He's saying to you, my soul is on fire for you. So he is being drawn to you, and he wants a new beginning there. The Fool is about wanting to move forward the right way, not making a fool of himself. That's what I'm picking up on. He doesn't want to make a fool of himself by coming forward too soon, okay? So what else do you need to know? That just popped up. That was Oasis, okay? An advert for Oasis, the clothing line. But Oasis is like a sanctuary, and that's what I'm picking up on here. So when he's with you, it's like an oasis of joy, like sanctuary. It's like where he goes in his mind when he connects with you. So I feel he is connecting with you in the 5D. He is dreaming about you. He knows he's content and enjoy when he's with you. So he does still see that future with you. And you're manifesting. So the angels are asking you to focus on what you're doing. Remember that you're making things happen. Something could be coming in around the full moon. This is a passionate adventure, so see it that way. He does want a passionate adventure with you, and he does dream about that. So I feel he's in his head at the moment, dreaming, fantasizing, visualizing, rather than taking action, at least until the full moon, which comes in on the 3rd. And there's illusion there. So again, you've got this woman with the wolf. That's you with the telepathic link that you share with him. So you've got to be able to trust in there and see beyond the illusions of the physical world, because you're being guided back together. The universe is aligning things for you to come back together. And that was what was happening during the Aquarius season. And now we're in the Pisces season. So there could be a shift around the full moon. Okay, so I feel between now and the full moon, there's not going to be much going on in the physical between the two of you, but it's going to be all going on in the 5D. So you're going to feel the passion, the fire, the pull. You're going to feel it all happening behind the scenes, because the universe is aligning. So you've got to look beyond those physical illusions and things that trigger you in the physical world, because that's still what you're healing. You've got the 9 of Cups. You will be emotionally fulfilled in this situation when the time is right. And this is reminding you to fill up your own cup in the meantime. But you see in the card, she's got her eyes closed. So I'm seeing that this is where you're connected at the moment, in the 5D. And that's what the angels want you to work on. The 5D bond, the telepathic link. So he's saying to you, I don't know how I feel anymore. And I feel that's about where he currently is. It's not about you. This is about his life. Is it possible to forgive and forget? So he knows that he's got to come forward and make up for the past. I'm not the same person you remember, because obviously he has changed. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. Of course he would. So he is aware now of who he is. And like in this state that he's in now, this new identity he's moving into, or he's moved into, because he's gone through a lot of healing. And you've needed that space from each other for that reason. I hope that helps, okay? Tara, thank you for the donation. Ben's feelings about me since the last message. So he's saying to you very clearly, would you reject me? So he's wondering if you would reject him or push him away if he reached out or replied or come forward or offered something to you. So he may have fears around rejection. Now, this has nothing to do with you. This is about his own fears and insecurities. Would you reject me? So maybe he's being rejected in the past, and this could be going back to childhood as well, like abandonment wounds, and he doesn't want to be rejected by you. You know, so his fears can keep him at bay. So for whatever this last message was, it's triggered some kind of emotion anymore, abandonment wounds about being rejected. So sit with that message, and he's drowning his sorrow. So this is him not being happy where he is. He knows he's got to make a choice or a decision or make a change in his life. He's miserable without you. He knows he is. He's distracted. So if he is, drowning his sorrows, he could be drinking. He could be drinking over the weekend if he drinks, whether that's drinking at home or drinking out and about, or it's more like sitting around wallowing, thinking how bad everything is and how much he needs to change and can I do it and all of that. So I feel he's got to come to terms with his life, really, and that's what you've perhaps made him aware of. Anything else? You've got Page of Pentacles, concrete ideas. So I feel you've put a concrete idea in his head in some way, and that's what he's thinking about. He also sees you as someone who's got values and morals and ideas that you want. So he sees you as very strong in this situation, like you're not going to back down or you're not going to put up with any BS. And there are lessons being learned on both sides as well. And he's reevaluating everything. He's thinking about what to do. So give him time to process. I hope that helps, okay? Geeta, thank you for the donation. What are RY's messages for me? We're in no contact. So what does RY want you to know? What does RY want you to know? Good morning, everyone who's jumping in. I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you for being here. So tell me what your fantasy is. So he's fantasizing about you. He wants to contact you. Even if you're in no contact, he wants to. And there is a message coming at some point, okay? So we will reach out because his passion for you will push him towards you. And at the moment, he's fantasizing. Tell me your fantasy. So he's communicating with you through the telepathic realms at this moment. You have a hold on him, so he's desiring you. So there's a lot of passion and fire and desire here. So he's definitely fantasizing about you at this moment, and you're going to feel that energy. And he's feeling restless, so he could be having sleepless nights, lying awake at night, thinking about you, dreaming about you. You're definitely in his head. So I do feel he's going to take some action. Now, this could come in between now and the end of March. So he does want to reach out to you, and he is going to. He's preparing to, because you have a hold on him. So he is going to contact you. That's what he wants you to know. What else does he want to say to you? Oh, thank you, Tara. Have a great day, honey. Hey, Leanne, good morning to you. So Geeta, what he's saying to you is, if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. So he is thinking about the past and if only I could go back in time and all of that. But again, we can't change the past. We can just, make up for it and make a different choice to change the future. I hope that helps, okay? So communication coming in, it's only a matter of time. So be strong, okay? Tiffany, thank you for the donation. Message from my special person's higher self. Well, I feel they give me fear. So it feels like your person, their higher self, is helping them to overcome their fear. There's a lot of fear when I'm connecting with your person, Tiffany, okay? So I feel your person's higher self is helping them to overcome their fears, to know it's destiny. So your person's higher self knows that you were destined to be together with the wheel, that it's meant, it's fate and destiny. And is this path for me? So their higher self is saying to them, where you currently are, what are you doing? Is this path for you? You need to change, getting their attention in that way. And that's why they're in the head about you. So they are in the head about you and about you as a couple and they being together. And there is some sleepless nights and stress and anxiety and restlessness, and you're going to feel that coming through. And you may feel like you're banging your head on a brick wall, not going anywhere. So again, this is why you're being guided to focus on you. And if he's spending time with others, because he wants to reunite with you, that's what this is about. But if he is spending time with others, that's also people he needs to move away from or end cycles with. So the people he's spending time with, he's realising this path isn't really for me. I don't really want to be around these other people. He's in his head about you and him. So he knows he's got to make changes. So his higher self is making him very aware of that, okay? What else? I know I screwed things up, and honestly, I have no idea how to fix it. So his higher self is helping him to come up with a plan and how to fix it with you. Because his 3D self may be like, I just don't know what to do. So obviously his higher self is guiding him what to do. So let me bring in an angel message. What does his higher self want you to know? What does his higher self want you to know? It's all about flow, not about chasing, pushing, forcing, or trying so hard. So I feel that's really a message for you. You know, you don't need to force anything, push anything, chase, just allow. And I feel this is what he needs to do. He needs to stop worrying about things and just be more in the flow. I hope that helps, okay? Giselle, thank you for the donation. Will Abelard ever leave his pride and ego aside and fight for us? Well, first of all, you need to believe it. Instead of saying, will he ever do this, thinking it's not possible. You have to trust in him. He needs your trust and respect in this situation. So I said, I know he will. Okay, I know he's going to change. Yeah, he's saying, I'm taking responsibility for my past actions. My past and my past actions. He's judging himself. So you don't need to judge him. Because obviously you're saying, will he ever leave his pride and ego aside and fight for us? Which is really judging his journey or wondering if he's going to change. You have to trust in him because he's judging himself. So he's going through a battle with himself at this moment to deal with this. So the answer is yes, he will. But you have to trust in him to do that, okay? I hope that helps. Steph, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, any messages from Zach? So what does Zach want you to know? What does Zach want you to know? What does Zach want you to know? So Zach is saying to you, I can still feel you. So he feels you all around him. He connects with you at night. He feels your energy around him. You may have been sending your energy to him because he's making a decision. So he also wants you to know he's making a decision because he said, I have a lot on my mind. So he is struggling, but he's going to make a decision. He's thinking about it. And he may be struggling to sleep. He may be having weird dreams. He feels you around him, though. He may be drinking if he drinks alcohol. But I feel there's a lot of stress around him at night. And what I'm really connecting within this card is I'm seeing Archangel Michael around him, helping him to make a decision. Okay, so he's got energy around him like his angels, your energy for sure, but he's got other energies around him helping him. And there may be some dark energy around him as well. That could be karmic energy. So it's like he wants to hide away and escape and dream about you, but he's got to take responsibility for his life, and that's what he's going to be doing. So let's get a little message for you. You've got, I feel so stuck. So you may feel things are stuck, okay? So you've got to drop that burden. You're carrying around his burden or you're feeling what he's going through. So when he drops that burden that he's carrying around, all this stress, then things are going to move forward. So it may feel stuck now, but it won't be stuck forever. I hope that helps, okay? Jay, thank you for the donation. Messages from Adam. So what does Adam want you to know? Adam is saying to you, I want to build a life with you. He does. He's thought about it. He's even thought about having kids with you. Okay? Saying your divine grace enchants me. So you're coming up as the Empress in his energy. And he is healing to be able to come back the right way. And you can sense him and feel him. If you've been having any back pain, okay, this is connected with his energy. It's about financial worry, stability. Maybe you've been feeling unloved or like he doesn't care about you. Now look at that for a sign. Someone's just jumped in the chat called Adam. Hello. Thank you for being here. You've come in at a great time. So that's an extra sign for you that he is popping up in your reality. So you could be seeing his name everywhere. But he's got to be leveled up enough for you. But he does want to build a life with you. And I do feel he's thought about having kids with you. Whether that's going to be a possibility or not is obviously dependent on what you both want. And if God is willing to allow that to come in. And you have concrete ideas. So you've got Page of Pentacles. So remember, you're still learning lessons. So is he. Because you may feel ready, but you're both still learning lessons. So it can get comfortable and be comfortable between the two of you without any awkwardness. So what I'm seeing here is this is about you knowing what you want and you're putting your boundaries down so you know that you're going to allow him in when he's in the right energy, not when he's being wishy-washy. And I feel that's another reason why he's staying away. So let me bring you a message from Adam in. Okay, I love using Adam's deck with you because I feel it just is extra connected. You know, you're extra connected when I bring this in. I feel that's a huge sign with Adam coming into the chat there, okay? So what does Adam want you to know? So Adam is saying vision. Open your eyes and look around as if you've never used them before. Now what do you see? So first of all, Adam, your Adam is saying, I've got a vision of being with you. And he's opening his eyes to that now. So he's going through a big awakening, obviously. And if you open your eyes and look around you as if you've never used your eyes before, you see all the beauty and the magic in life. So Adam is saying, close your eyes and then open them. Now what do you see around you? Look at your blessings. Count your blessings. I hope that helps, okay? Fatima, thank you for your donation, honey. Message from F. So what does F want you to know? What does F want you to know? F is saying to you, I'm trying to find my centre. So the delay is creating the way. Okay, there is a delay for a reason at this point. So when he's quiet, when you're not contacting each other, or when there's a separation, whatever's going on between the two of you at this moment, he is actually working on himself to balance his energy, to go with him for the answers and to understand what the next step is. So he's finding his centre. You could be seeing 12:12 on the clock, okay? So that's about stability coming in. He's trying to build stability as well. So he could be thinking about work, money. But I feel he is saying to you, let me find my centre and then I will come to you. So he needs this time to heal himself. What else, okay? You got the Hierophant, spiritual advisement. So he's gone within to find his centre, getting spiritual advisement. So he is connecting with his own guides here. Okay, whether it's his angels or spirit or whomever he's connecting with up there, he's got guidance coming through. And he may even be talking to someone he sees as a guru or someone who gives him advice. And he knows that he wants a commitment with you as well. So he is working on himself to become the version of himself that will be able to commit to you correctly. And he's also inspired by you. You know, I see that as you as well. So you're very inspiring to him. You carrying that flame. So again, the flame is like your light, your love, the person you are, the fact that you're a twin flame. So this is really a message for you to keep doing what you're doing. And obviously you're gaining spiritual advisement through having a reading, connecting with your own higher self, your own intuition, doing your work, also guiding to you. I hope that helps, okay? CC Lynn, thank you for the donation, honey. CC says, this for CC Lynn, guidance on tiredness, fat and not getting much of my own stuff done whilst working through the week. So any better pay and stability as well as me? Oh, that's CC, sorry. So mixing the two up. I've got CC as well. So I've got CC Lynn and CC. So let me do CC first because I can't see CC Lynn's message. Okay, and then I'll come back to CC Lynn, okay? Clearly I'm meant to do it this way. So CC says, this is CC, not CC Lynn, not to confuse anyone. So CC says, guidance on tiredness, fat and not getting much of my own stuff done whilst working through the week. Any better pain stability as well as moving. Now, first of all, if you're feeling tired, lethargic, if you feel, like you're saying fat as well, that's like comfort zone, like when we have excess weight on, it's because we're trying to protect ourselves in some way. So I feel that this is about you finding your centre. Well, now we've just had the card coming through, the Hanged Man in the last reading we did there. Okay, the delays create the way. So you've got to find your centre. And the way out of tiredness is to call on your angels. You know, when I wake up sometimes and I feel a bit groggy. I mean, this morning I've had crazy dreams. I had 3 crazy dreams in the night and I remember all of them and they were weird, okay? And I woke up this morning a bit later than usual, groggy. Come downstairs, straight away, what did I do? Called on Archangel Michael to laser my focus, and that's what he's done. So you have a choice if you stick around in the tiredness energy or you take control because your thoughts become things. Okay, so the angels are asking you to take control and say, it's up to you if you want to operate in tiredness or you feel like you're not getting much done. Okay, you've got to ask your angels for help. So maybe you're not asking enough for help from heaven. You have angels there to assist you. When you call on Archangel Michael, trust me, he'll give you laser focus to help you to manage your schedule, to get things done. If you call on Archangel Raphael, he will help you to heal so you don't feel tired. And then if you call on your angels for safety, to feel safe inside, when you feel safe yourself, which means you're not relying on the outside world to give you safety or stability or love, because you're getting it from yourself and source, then that fat will go. Okay, because you won't feel like you need that comfort zone anymore. So that's what I feel you've got to take control. So let me just bring you a message in about that from your angels. What do the angels want you to know on getting your get up and go back? Never give up on your dreams. And it's okay to have dreams. Okay, so you have dreams. Think about that. Know that it takes time as well for these things to align and manifest. But you've got to say, it's already mine. It's only a matter of divine timing for it to show up in my physical reality. So the angels say, whatever you want, whatever your dreams are, they give me fear. Let go of your fear. And this is to do with pay and stability and everything else. Don't give up on your dreams because it's already yours. It just needs a bit more time to show up in a physical way. So affirm it. It's already mine. The perfect job, the wonderful relationship, the money I want, the home I want, whatever it is, it's already mine. It's only a matter of divine timing until it shows up for you. So you've got to have faith in that. So what does Jake want you to know? So Jake is saying to you, your words linger in my mind, okay? So he's thinking about you, he's thinking about your words and the things you've said, whether it's been recently or in the past, okay? Your words are lingering in my mind. So our faith 3 is thinking about you. I hope that helps, okay? Okay, so CC Lynn, I don't think I can see your message. I'm just looking up the chat here. CC Lynn, can anyone see CC Lynn's question? Okay, it's probably a message from a masculine anyway, okay? Message from a love, that's what she usually asks me. So I'll do that one, okay? I don't see CC. Okay, so CC, for some reason, we can't see a question. So I'm going to pull you a card from your masculine, okay? So this is for CC Lynn. So you are what I dream about. So your masculine is dreaming about you, and you may be sensing that too. So you also may be feeling heavy energy, but your masculine is dreaming about you. So what are they dreaming about? Now I do feel there's some sexiness to this, because I am feeling desire and lust there. But as well, you may have had a dream too. So I feel that he's having lusty dreams about you, vivid lusty dreams, and that's making him think of you even more and want and desire you, and you're probably feeling that in your body and feeling all the heat. And the angel's saying to you, you dreamt that for a reason. Now, the first thing I'm feeling is that he dreamt what he dreamt about you for a reason, and he's currently finding what that reason is, which is in his intuition. Okay? He's talking to your soul. So I feel you're connecting in the 5D, you know, in that way, in a very lusty, sexy way. So if you had a dream like that, you dreamt it for a reason. Whatever you've been dreaming about, the reasons are there. You're going through an awakening or you're going through a healing. And I'm going to be talking about vivid dreams on Monday, in Monday's readings, okay? Because you may be having weird dreams. I'm having very odd dreams, okay? The past 2 nights I've had crazy dreams, okay? So whatever you're dreaming about is talking to your soul. So I feel the message you need to know is that you're connecting in dreams, okay? I see you've just written something in the chat there. I said it in my message. Okay, well, we can't see your message, so I don't know why, but I mean, that should resonate with you anyway. Let me pull a message about the journey. What else? You've got Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're intuitive and sensitive, so you're definitely going to be connecting in the higher realms, and you're coming together in the 5D. So the collaboration is you're feeling the Kundalini. So I've got Kundalini rising energy, dreams, fantasies, feelings, emotions, and obviously that can get frustrating. So make sure you cleanse your sacral chakra. I hope that helps, okay? Resonates what you said, that's good to know. So, but I mean, this is exactly that. You know, this is 5D connection, collaborating in the 5D, coming together in the 5D. Use your imagination, it's all there, okay? I hope that helps. Okay, next question we're doing is for Angelic. Thank you for the donation. My twin's current feelings and thoughts about me, and will he visit me after our conversation? Also, is there a change in my career coming? Let's have a look at your career first. What's going on in career? Set your intentions. Think about what you want in your career. If you set the intention, it can manifest for you. Okay, this could be something coming in between now and July. And don't be defensive. So you may need to let your guard down a little bit at work, or think about what you want a bit more. Okay, because you may get defensive, think, well, I am setting my intentions, I am, but the angel's saying that's what you need to do, and something will manifest between now and July, okay? So regarding your twin, just go back to where your message is. There we go. Okay, so twins' current thoughts and feelings about me, and will he visit you? So it's always been you. That's how he feels about you. It's always been you. He's known it from the very beginning, and he does want a future with you regardless of what's going on. He is finding a steady pace. So yes, he is going to come towards you, but it will be steadily. So he's not rushing this. So you've got to give him time to move forward. But the Knight of Pentacles, when I connect with it as a reader, is always a yes. Okay, and the fact that you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups shows me that you will be in union. However, it may take a little bit of time. So, and he knows something is missing without you. He's feeling your energy all around him. So he's missing you. He's thinking about you. He's fed up. He's frustrated. So it's only a matter of time. So he will come forward. He's working out how to do that. I hope that helps, okay? Raluca, great to see you, honey. Thank you for the donation and putting your cat on there. I'm just looking for your question. Maybe a bit lower down. Again, I can't see. This is why it benefits you, please, to put your questions in the super chat, because sometimes I just can't see them, okay? So I can't see Raluca's questions. I'm going to go down to Laurie and come back to Raluca. So Raluca, if you're here, please put your question in the chat for me. So Laurie says, oh, actually, Raluca's there, okay? So I'm going to do Raluca first, okay? So Raluca says, hi, Liz, can I have a message about what's coming in for me and B? I'm feeling that I accepted his choice to stay with his wife. Can I have a message about what is going on in his karmic marriage? So what do you need to know? What's going on? What do you need to know? So he's obviously, this is about you putting the work into you. Okay, so you're putting the work into yourself and he is putting the work into himself. So it may seem like he's putting the work into his marriage, but remember, he's learning in that situation. He's learning and growing in that situation. There's a lot of defensiveness there as well. And so I feel that his wife doesn't trust him anyway. Okay, when I'm connecting with the message, she may have set some intentions to, you know, keep him there or manifest the connection for him to put the work in. But I don't feel it's working anyway. There could be a trip coming up for them. There could be some travel. So they may go somewhere to try and work on it, but I don't feel it will work. So, you know, you're allowing him to give it that final chance in a way. Sometimes they think, I'm just going to give it one more try. And they may give it 100 one more tries, but it doesn't work. And they've got to work that out for themselves. I feel what you're doing is you're letting him put the work in it where he needs to. So let him do what he's doing. They're now on holiday. Well, there you go. So they may be putting the work into that holiday. And it may be nice because they're on holiday and it's a different scene. You know, it's different than what they used to, going somewhere nice and different, you know. But it doesn't mean everything's wonderful. I feel she's very defensive. I don't feel there's anything physically going on either. And he knows what he wants. He's already setting his intentions with his mind. So you, in the meantime, focus on what you want. Set your intentions. Put the work in on yourself. Don't be defensive about this situation because you know he's healing and growing in that situation. So this could also be about you working on your own healing work regarding the karmic partner, like forgiving everything, rising up and seeing it in a higher way. And you may also be traveling somewhere too. You may be thinking of going somewhere or doing something yourself. So what else do you need to know? So I don't feel there's a lot going on in that karmic situation. It's more, oh, they're on holiday or they're on a trip or... So, and you know what it's like when you're on holiday. It's all different, isn't it, you know? But you've got the Three of Pentacles, so you were very highly connected in the 5D. And he knows you'd make a great team. So he's also comparing what he has with her with what he would have with you. Or what he has with you, but what he could have with you. So it's naturally all working. You know, there's a natural balance to this because he can't forget you no matter what he does. So you're thinking of travelling to Switzerland, amazing, okay? So being apart has been life-changing for me. So he's reminding you that you need this time apart sometimes to go through the healing that you're going through. In that karmic situation, I don't feel it's working at all. I don't know if you can hear that. Is this Archangel Nathaniel coming past? Can you hear that? I can hear it in the distance. It's like, you know when Archangel Nathaniel comes past on his lawnmower? Yeah, there you go. Max power. There he is. Shall I turn it so you can see? See it? There's Archangel Nathaniel. Okay, and he's coming through saying, I am already releasing that karmic cycle. Okay, so this person also speaks badly about him to other people. He's saying, I'm not a bad person. So she may badmouth him to her friends. family. It's always been you and it always will be. That's you. It's always been her and it always will be. This is you. It's always been you. It always will be. That doesn't change because they go on holiday. Okay? Leave her alone. This is our problem. So maybe she's aware of you and she's name dropped you or brought you up in a conversation, or she knows that something is going on. Because remember, she's defensive. Even if she doesn't know about you directly, she definitely knows something. So they could be arguing. And this is our last Christmas together. So whether that was Christmas just gone or Christmas we're having in the future, but I'm really seeing this more like a holiday. This is our last holiday together. So I'm seeing it more like holiday than Christmas because I'm reading it intuitively. So just let that unfold naturally. I hope that helps, okay? So Laurie says, thank you for the donation, honey. Message from Orlando and his feelings and next move and angels. So what's going on with Orlando? So Orlando is saying to you, I want to talk, okay? So he's going to take action spontaneously because he feels bound to you. He feels drawn to you. He feels bonded to you. That's the desire. That's the need for you. That's wanting a future with you. He wants that with you, okay? And he wants to talk. So there's going to be a communication coming in, but it will happen when you don't expect it. So his next move is to talk to you, but you won't be expecting it. So the best way to manifest that is to just get on with what you're doing. Get on with what you're doing, and before you know it, boom, there'll be a conversation coming in. If you wait around for it and sit around and panic and stress about it, it'll take longer to come in. And you won't be able to resist him, and he can't resist you either. I don't think I can resist you. So maybe you're trying to find the strength at this moment to leave him alone and let him come to you. And it may feel hard, like you can't resist him, but you've got to find that inner strength and self-control to allow him to move towards you. So I feel you could be currently working on that, okay? And for the journey, you've got spiritual advisement. So you've got to listen to the guidance you're receiving from your angels. So the angels are saying to you, because you're saying angels, your angels are saying to you, you're receiving spiritual advisement. You have the guidance coming to you about what to do, but you have to take that on board. And I feel what the message is to leave him alone and let him come to you. Now, you may already be doing that. So if you are already giving him that space, then that's you undergoing spiritual advisement. But if you find the strength to move to hold on until he comes towards you, then that will benefit you. Because then he'll show up for you when he's ready and when he feels he wants to talk, which he does. But what you're going to be feeling is all this urgency to contact him because he's feeling the urgency to contact you. So you've got to have self-control to allow yourself to feel it when that comes up in you and then let it pass through you. I hope that helps, okay? Leanne, thank you for the donation. What does Marlon think of me, feel about me? What does he want to say to me? So what does Marlon want to say to you? So first he's saying to you, I haven't let you go. So if you feel like he's moved on or he's let you go or he doesn't care, that's hogwash, okay? He does love you and care about you. And he hasn't let you go. He's just going through a healing. He's in his head about you. He's working out what to do. And your lesson is to allow him to come to you, to surrender, to give this to God. How does he feel about you? He feels like you're home to him. So when he's with you, whether he's connecting with you through messaging, phone calls, or in person, he feels safe. He feels like it's right. He feels like home because you are one. So he feels that within you. And he's saying, I should have done things differently. So there's a lot of regret around him, the way he's behaved, the way he's handled things. Seven of Swords can also be like a sneaky situation, secrets, mask wearing, third parties, that kind of thing. And he knows he's running out of time. So he knows he's got to do something. But he is thinking about the past. If only I could go back in time, I would do it differently. But you can't change the past, but I do feel he's sitting around wallowing in it. And he wants to talk to you. And he wants to take the mask off to do that. So he's saying to you, I want to take the mask off. I don't want to sneak around or have this behind closed doors. Or I want to be out in the open with you. I want to take the mask off. So you've got to give him time to do that. So let him come to you, okay? So what else does he want to say to you? What else does he want to say? He's saying something is still missing for me, okay? And that's you. He's saying something is still missing for me and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So he's still working through his emotions. He knows it's you that's missing, but he's still working through that. Finding the strength to change, finding the justification to change his life. Because his ego will come up with 1,000 reasons why he should stay where he is. But the one reason why he knows he shouldn't is because he loves you. And it's like home with you. Looking into your eyes, it feels right. I hope that helps, okay? Elaine, thank you for using your milestone, honey. Any messages for me, please, Liz? So what's the message for you? Give yourself credit for all the hard work you've been putting in on yourself. So you've got this, you really have, and heaven's got you. And you want to be proud of yourself, how you've been letting go, surrendering and giving this to God. They give me fear. You've been working through your own fears and your own insecurities and finding your own way. A lot of fear around this, okay? So give yourself credit, give yourself a pat on the back. And never give up on your dreams. It's okay to want what you want. Okay, and you've got to also get out of your own way, because you do go into your own head and think, oh, he's happy and this is all going on. And you've got to see it in a higher way. So the angels say, don't give up on your dreams, because they are manifesting, but this is a journey of divine timing. It's also a journey of soul growth and learning, and lessons are being learned on both sides. So give yourself credit for all the learning and all the work you've been doing on you. What else do you need to know? Yeah, you've got to see through the illusions, the struggles, the 3D, social media, karmic cycles. Look through the illusion of all of that. Go within for the answers. The answer is always within you. And set your dreams. And, this could also be about you changing perhaps the way you're manifesting things. So instead of perhaps saying you're manifesting him, manifest a wonderful, loving relationship. And then it gives the universe the opportunity to bring him in, or someone better than him, or him in his best version, without any expectations or any attachment to an outcome or a person. So you've got to think, what are my dreams? Your dream is to be in a wonderful, loving relationship, so affirm that. Your dream may be to have the career of your dreams, so affirm that. But don't put an attachment onto a certain person, place, position. Let the universe manifest it the way it needs to come in. I hope that helps, okay? City Cat, thank you for the donation, honey. Hi, Liz, can I please have a message from my DM? So what does your masculine want you to know? Let's kiss and make up. So your person wants to sort things out with you. Okay, so there is going to be an opportunity to clear the air. He's thinking about it now. This could be over the next 6 weeks as well. So I feel over the next 6 weeks, okay, something is shifting. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And he's making a decision. He knows he's got to make a decision. He's known since November he's got to make a decision. And this could be connected with a karmic cycle ending. But he's struggling with that, okay? But he knows he needs to deal with that, okay? And that's why he feels stuck at this moment, or nothing's perhaps making sense. To him it isn't anyway. Because he's saying nothing makes sense. And it's because he's got to end that karmic cycle. Because he wants to kiss and make up with you. And he's trying to do better. So he is doing the work. Now, this is interesting because we've got 66 coming through. And this is him overcoming his ego. So he's going through an ego battle, possibly dark night of the soul. And he's going to come out the other side of that because he's doing better. So I do feel he could also be working on himself, his self-image. So he could be perhaps doing, I don't know if he does weights or he goes to the gym, or he's trying to feel better about himself in some way, to look good and feel good for himself as well as you. But he wants to make up with you. This isn't making up with anyone else. This is you. And he knows he's got to end that karmic cycle. Until he does, nothing is really going to make sense. And he's coming out the other side of that. So that's what you need to know. I hope that helps, okay? Patricia, thank you for the donation. What do I need to know to help me when I feel A? What do the angels want you to know? What do the angels want you to know? To release any negative emotions that come up, to become more balanced within. So you may be feeling negative emotions when you connect with A. Now, obviously, we connect with a range of emotions. We can feel passion, desire, love, everything. But you may also feel negative emotions coming up. And it's the negative parts of this that you need to release. Not necessarily when you're feeling all the love and everything. Allow yourself to feel that and allow the feelings to pass through you or beside you. But this is the angel saying, when you feel any negative emotion, stress, anxiety, or struggle, release that to heaven for transmutation in exchange for peace, and you'll feel more balanced within. And also, whenever you're feeling his energy, fill up your own cup. Fill up your own cup first, to then to be able to tend to and successfully help others. So make sure you're giving to yourself what you need, because when you feel his energy, it may make you want him more. want to be around him more, want to be in contact with him more. So if you're filling up your own cup, then you're not craving anything from him. You're giving back to you. So let's bring a Divine Feminine card in for you as well. What else do you need to know? Message coming through for you is, yeah, sharpening your skills, 8 of Pentacles. So this is about you knowing that you're doing your work. So when you feel his energy, will benefit you to perhaps work on service or sharpen one of your skills or do something for yourself. You know, like whenever I have a wobble, because I have my wobbles at night, not like when I'm in bed, more like when I finish work and I'm moving back into Liz, out of, back into my ego in a way, because when I'm in here, I'm completely out of ego. So what I do, because obviously my office is in my house, when I'm in the other room, if I have a wobble, I come in here. And I just stand in here for a minute and it centres me and calms me down. So you may even have a special place you go to, whether that's an actual place or a feeling or an emotion like closing your eyes and feeling you go somewhere in your mind that takes you out of your head. I hope that helps, okay? Shavika, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, 3D messages and feelings and next actions from T. So what's going on with T? He's looking at his life. Is this path for me? So he's looking at his life. He knows he's meant to be with you. He knows he's fated and destined to be with you. And look at this. Archangel Nathaniel's coming down this side of the street. Can you hear him? Right outside the house. So again, there's going to be a karmic ending. Makes me laugh whenever this comes past. There's max power on the side. V65. Busha. So thank you, Archangel Nathaniel. So that's a huge message about karmic endings there. Because again, he's looking at his life thinking, is this path for me? Knowing it isn't, because he's destined to be with you. And it's like he's saying, let's live in the moment. So he's trying not to think too much about the changes he needs to make, because he's trying to be more in the moment, but it isn't working. I feel he's definitely thinking about you when he's cleansing himself. So this could be in the shower. Use your imagination. And he's dealing with that. Okay, that's how he's getting through his desire. And when he's in the shower, he's trying to wake himself up. He could be splashing water on himself, saying, let's just live in the moment. Be in the moment. Be in the now. Stop worrying about things. So I feel it's like this about being more present. But he does overthink, and I feel like he's trying to stop doing that. So, but I feel there's a lot of passion in that shower. Okay? He's finding the strength. And the thing is, it takes a lot of willpower to stay away from you or to stop reaching out to you. He finds strength to restrain himself because he wants to do the right thing. And he feels at the moment like you're working on you, like you're very successful and you're working on your own stuff, whether it's work or home life and you've got this as you on the horse. Look at the horse. The horse. You're moving forward with power. You're feeling confident. The more confident you are, the quicker things will move forward anyway. But he sees you as someone very successful, very confident, very sexy. He desires you, he's very drawn to you. And he's drawn to you even more in this year of the horse. And the red energy is about divine timing. So you've been asked to trust in divine timing. So in time, he will move forward towards you. But I feel at this current moment, he's trying to stop himself from taking action. Okay? Because it's taking everything in him. And he will reach out because the passion will get too much. But at the moment, he's like, live in the moment, deal with it in the shower, I'm okay. That's what he's trying to do. And you're saying you're working on you, and I'm not surprised because this card is you doing you. Working on your success, what's right for you. And, top of the deck, you've got the Knight of Cups. So he will make a romantic gesture when the time is right, but he's still guarding himself because of his situation. So I don't feel at the moment any action because he's more in his head. So just try and be in the moment and allow things to flow. I hope that helps, okay? And then you've donated again and said, why am I feeling burning over my lips, electric sensation in hands and digestive issues? Well, I'll talk about stomach problems in one of the upcoming readings this week. I can't remember what date it is. Stomach especially, okay? So it could be in tomorrow's reading actually, today or tomorrow, I don't know. But the lips is about because of the passion, the kissing, the wanting to communicate. It's like everything you're feeling. The electric sensation is the connection that's on fire between the two of you. And he's definitely feeling it in the shower, okay? And the hands are about wanting to reach out. So if you're having issues with your hands, fingers, talk about all this in the readings I've been doing lately. Okay, so his digestive is processing. So obviously he's processing things, you're processing things. things you don't like, things you need to change, things that need to be done differently, and that causes problems in the digestive system. Hands are about reaching out, wanting to do something, wanting to take action, and lips are about kissing, communication, touch, taste, sensation in that way. We taste our life with our lips, really. So let me pull you a card around this. Look, karmic ending. It's all connected with this karmic ending. Both of you need to look at your own lives to be free. I hope that helps, okay? So it's about communication, processing, thinking, feeling. It's all of it, okay? Knowing what needs to be done. Ashwini, thank you for the donation, honey. Where's your question? And you've donated again. 3D message from my friend S. And then is this a 3D message from him as well? Because I can't see your question. So let's do yours first. So 3D message from him to you. What do you need to know? Remember, whatever you see on social media is illusion. You know that yourself. He's feeling restless. Knight of Wands. He wants to take action. He wants to do something. This is for you. Okay, he wants to do something. You may see motorbikes or hear them speeding. You could hear them in readings. But the Knight of Wands is wanting to do something. Okay, so he's restless. He's lying awake at night thinking about things. You're on his mind. He wants to take action. He wants to. So he is feeling that way, okay? What else do you need to know? Yeah, there's a big tower going on. It's divine intervention. So again, looking through the illusion, because in spiritual truth, there is a big tower moment going on. Okay, there's a big tower moment going on in his life. And I feel his wife is a bit sharp. Okay, so she may be like, clicking into the fact that something isn't right. I'm sure she's known for a while anyway. But she's been sharp and assertive. So this could well be why you've seen him out and about or whatever they were doing. Didn't say that you saw him dancing or something like that. She's being assertive because she senses there's a big tower moment going on. So I feel she's trying to take him out of that tower moment, saying, let's go and do something. Let's spend time together. Because she's panicking now that he's going to end something because he's given his life a serious review, karmic review. He knows what he needs to do. Okay, and he's finding the strength to change. And I feel at the moment, okay, he's struggling to stay away from you. So she can sense that something is going on. And she's saying, let's go and do this. Let's go out and do that. Let's spend some time together. Because she's worrying that she's going to lose him because he's currently restless about the situation. So what's your guidance? What's your guidance? Yes, because this is what's been coming in the reading, including mine. You're eager to experiment and move forward, but also, you've got to remember you're learning lessons too. So this is good news. So this is good news for you because it's showing you things are changing. So you have to trust that it's good news and instead of worrying. I feel you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen it that way. So I'm so proud of you, actually, for commenting what you commented when I replied to you. Because, when you comment this morning, because that's showing you that you're believing in the truth. You're also like, I know that this is illusion. Okay? Yes, he'd gone to his in-laws. I was scared to stand up and see him smile. Yeah, but it's a mask. You know it is. So don't feel sad about it. And he probably was in that moment. He was moving his body. Probably felt good to him. So he could have been thinking about you. It doesn't necessarily mean he was happy with her in that moment. So you've got to look at it differently. I hope that helps, Gail. Like Donna said, it's a turning point. So you've got to remember, don't get your hopes up or expect too much too soon. Just breathe and allow. I hope that helps, Gail. I asked friend in my cards and there's such, there you go. So you've got to just be in the moment. Okay. Just cleansing my palette there. So, message from your friend S's masculine. So what does your friend S's masculine want you to know? I'm afraid to let you in. 9 of Wands. He's saying, don't give up on me. I will let you in. I'm just afraid of that at this moment. So he wants to let you in, especially physically. But he's working hard in his own. So I feel what he's doing is he's distracting himself from the passion he feels for you with work. So he could be very busy with work, whether that's today or he has been doing that. But I feel he's very busy with his work life. He's working hard in his zone. He's doing what he needs to do because he has all this passion for you and he's afraid to let you in. So he's distracting with work. That's coming through very clearly, okay? What else? And that could be just today. But union is inevitable. There's your card, okay? Union is inevitable. Because he has contentment and joy with you. He knows he wants that with you. He may also be working on building security in his own life, but that doesn't give him the contentment he's seeking. So, yeah, ruminated over the past. So he's thinking about the past, he's thinking about you, you're thinking about him. So you're on each other's minds. They give me fear. So let go of your fears, because you are thinking about him just as much as he's thinking about you, or he's thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about him. But I do feel that the message for you is to trust the process at this point. But he's busy working hard in his zone. And that means doing his own work on himself as well. He said, I'm a better person because of you. So he is becoming his best version because of the situation. I hope that helps, okay? And then you've donated 2 more times. So you've said, what was he feeling for her while dancing? Does he want to have a laugh? I don't feel he wasn't thinking about her at all. Because I've just picked up on that. I don't feel he was thinking about her at all. I think he was just enjoying moving his body in that moment. And he was smiling about other things. She may have thought, and he may, this is obviously mask wearing, he's trying to keep the peace because she's aware that something is going on. Okay? So to her, she may have thought, oh, he's smiling to me. But I really don't feel he was. So what was on his mind in that moment, okay, when he was dancing with her? You don't own me, so stop thinking you do. So he was doing what he needed to do. So in he's saying that, you might think you own me, you might think you've got me, but think again, okay? And please don't blame yourself, it's not you, it's me. So also, you know, it's not her fault really at all, is it? It's not her fault he's in love with you, is it? So you've got to try and have compassion for what she's going through. It's only natural that she tries to protect what she feels as hers. You would do the same thing. So you've got to let go of the resentment towards her as a person, because it's not her fault. I hope that helps, okay? He said, are we meant to be together? See, again, you're doubting it. Because you're saying, are we meant to be together? You're doubting it. You've got to move beyond the doubt. If you truly know he is your twin flame, even though the doubt comes up and you have your wobbles, you know deep down, of course we're meant to be. You know it inside, regardless of the outside circumstances. So what's the guidance for you there? You've got to stop judging him. You're gaining wisdom from past experiences. You've got to stop judging him or the situation, or you've got to let go of the past. I still feel the past is affecting you and it's sabotaging your happiness now, because you are saying, oh, this happened, that happened, and you've got to let that go. It's gone. It'll just drive you crazy. The past is over. All you've got is the now and what happens next. So stop judging him, stop judging what's happened. You've gained wisdom from everything you've been through in the past. Everything that's happened to you happened to grow you. You were never being punished. You were always being protected, okay? So what else do you need to know? You've got, look, your dreams are coming true. And you've got, if you're confused, don't be, because you're being directed to your dreams coming true. This card wouldn't have come out. So you've got to stop doubting. I'm giving you this message today saying to you, your dreams are coming true. So if you come on tomorrow or whenever I go live again and say, are we meant to be? That shows you not allowing yourself to believe what your heart and soul and your angels are telling you. So you've got to work beyond the confusion and realise you're being directed to the right time for your dreams to come true. I hope that helps, okay? We've got Anjuan, thank you for the donation. Anjuan says, hi Liz, any message from DM today is current emotions towards me. So what do we need to know? So he's saying to you, I'm in my head about us. Restless nights, sleepless nights, struggle, panic, worry. He's all up in his head about you. And he's saying something is missing without you. So how does he feel about you? He feels like when he's not with you, something is missing. He's fed up, he's frustrated, he's in his own head, he feels stuck, and he wants to make a change, okay? So he's all in his head, up in his head. I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. So he knows that this is how he's feeling because of the self-made prison he's in, or because of his own actions and choices. And he's feeling the pain, so he's feeling it. He's saying, I just have to do something else right now, please try and understand. So he's got to find his own way. And he may have something he needs to do right now at this moment. Try and understand that. So that could be a lesson he's learning, situation he's dealing with, something he's going through in his finances. So it's like he's saying, right now I can't be with you at this moment. Try and understand. So why can't he be with you at this moment? What else do we, but what else is coming through? Because he's dealing with memories and worry. It could also be about home he's in, okay, and reunion. So he wants to come back to you. He will come back to you when the time is right because he wants the happy home with you. But he may be in a comfort zone at this point. And you may be worried about that. And he's got a lot of worry going on. So he's got to release that worry about making a change to step out of a comfort zone. And this could also be about memories as well, the past and going over the past. So it sounds like he's got to release himself from something. Let me bring a timing card in for you. Anything else you need to know? You've got Leo season as significant. 23rd of July to the 22nd of August. That could be a turning point, okay? But I feel between now and then, the Lion's Gate energy, strength coming in to change his life, look at his life, deal with his life. So he can't be with you right now because he's dealing with something in his life he needs to sort out. I hope that helps, okay? Bina, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, I just had a weird feeling that a co-worker L may be interested in my DM. Well, who cares? What does it matter? Doesn't matter who wants him, he wants you. Doesn't matter, does it? Okay, if someone's interested in him, then that's obviously giving him a boost of confidence to change his life. It's happening for a reason. It could also be, again, to trigger feelings in you to heal your own jealousy or fear or anxiety. Could I please have clarity on this in the message? Well, first of all, he's not going to involve himself with anyone else. He's already got enough on his plate. He's got his karmic situation and his feelings for you. So he's not going to complicate that by getting involved with anyone else. Even if he's flirting with her or, it's just surface level. Okay? And a message from R for me. Who is R then? Who is R? Okay? Is R your person? Okay? I think she's hitting on him and he's quite felt. Yeah, but it doesn't mean he wants her. And it certainly doesn't mean you should give up. He's saying to you, don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. And he's wearing his armour, so it's all a mask, whatever he's doing. He's saying to you, don't give up. And I feel this is your angel saying to you, don't give up on me. Or is your DM okay? So don't give up on me, he's saying to you. Don't give up on me because someone else might like me. Imagine if someone likes you at work. Does it really matter? Are you going to get in bed with that person? No. So I feel this is really coming up to help you to heal your own insecurities and fears. Okay, and he's saying don't give up on me. So what else is going on? That's his message to you. Okay, everything is crumbling down at home. Okay, so that this co-worker around him may also help him to deal with what is going on at home. It may just be like a little flirt or, it doesn't mean, really aren't getting anything that you need to worry about there. And if you are worried about it, that's your own ego and fear that you're being guided to heal. Okay, so everything is crumbling down in his life. He's got chaos going on. So he hasn't really got time to think about another person anyway because he's got enough going on. I feel he's got a lot on his plate and you don't need to worry. What else does he want to say to you? He's saying, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So his fear is you have these expectations and he doesn't know if he can meet them. Now, obviously, this is more about his own expectations. Can I change? Can I do this? Can I do that? It's more about his own expectations. He doesn't know if he can overcome his own fears to change his life. But you may have your own expectations, and this is reminding you to let those go. Instead of judging why he's doing things or expecting things to happen in a certain way or by a certain time, just let go and let things flow. But don't give up. I'm also getting an intuitive message coming through that if this is obviously about your own healing because you were twin flames. These cards are moving on top of the deck here. It's about you looking in the mirror and loving yourself more and giving back to you. But again, this could make you think, is this an environment I want to be in? Because it may again be you being pushed towards a new career or something else at work. Because remember, everything happens for a reason. So it may be, if you're still having these feelings of it feels awkward here, then you may still be being pushed to make some kind of other decision regarding your career. So I feel that's a part of it as well. So he doesn't want you to give up. That's his message for you. This other woman is obviously giving you the opportunity to look in the mirror and love yourself more and not be jealous of anyone because there's no one like you. And it's all part of the twin flame journey. But I feel that I've got something coming through here about you being very honest about what you want at work. I feel as well that if you do make that move to change, that's going to push him to take action. I'm not saying it's dependent on that, but I do feel that you'll feel 100 times better when you're not there. But again, that's a decision you've got to do, and you've got to do it in your own time. You can't rush it either, because your ego will say, no, if I leave there, I'll never see him again. And that's illusion. That's illusion, because true love always finds a way. I hope that helps, okay? Emily G, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, are there any messages from D? So what does D want you to know? So D is saying to you, my soul is on fire and I want to explore. Now, there's a lot of sexy energy in all these cards. So what you need to know is he does want to take the next step with you. He does want to be ready for that. He wants to be ready to commit and give you a future. So the Hierophant is the marriage and moving towards that. And I feel you're going to be married to him within the next 5 years. So that's reassuring you that you will have that, okay? But in the short term, it's like his soul, his body, his desire is on fire for you. He wants to explore this. That's good news. He's making a decision. So his passion for you is pushing him towards you to not only have a new beginning with you, but actually to take some kind of action. And I feel he's had a fantasy where you've been doing things thinking about him, okay? Just so you know. Use your imagination. So what else does he want you to know? What else does he want you to know? What else do we need to know? We've got the Empress, Divine Feminine. So that's you. You've got to remember who you are and what you are, that you are the Divine Feminine, that you are the queen of your own life, that you don't need to try or force anything, just allow things to move forward. And he sees you that way too. The angels are saying to you, if you feel left out in the cold, you're not, okay? Remember, you can't miss out on what's meant for you. Healing your wounded heart, that's what you're doing. And you've been working a lot on your own healing during the Aquarius season, especially if there's been a lot of emotion, you've been crying, okay? And don't worry about thinking, oh, it's never going to happen, because it will. So just have faith in the when. I hope that helps, okay? I'm just smiling to myself because I've just read that ridiculous comment that someone's just put there. Where is it? Let me just have a read of that. It's funny. I've never heard anything so ridiculous. Honestly, it just makes me laugh what people put in the chat. It really does. That is hilarious, okay? I'm talking about the one that Melissa's just deleted. That's hilarious. Just funny. Honestly, people come in and think it triggers me. I just think it's hilarious. Mayra, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, any message from Travis today? Any message from Travis today? Okay, absolutely, they're entertained. That's hilarious. Queen of Wands. So Travis is saying to you, you have a hold on me, Mayra, okay? You have a hold on me. You are bonded to me. I feel bonded to you. And obviously this Queen of Wands is sexy, attractive, charismatic, confident, strong. That's how he sees you. So he's very drawn to you because of the person you are. And you have a hold on him. So it's not over between you. He can't stop thinking about you. There's a lot of obsession there. Yeah, oh my goodness, it's come out again. You see how they come out? It's not like I'm just taking the cards out. They fly out. Queen of Wands, two different decks, okay? So the message here is to know your own worth and value. To be confident, it makes you magnetic. You're pulling him in at this moment. For the Queen of Wands to come out twice in his energy and in the journey, it's showing you that you know your worth here. You've got to remember your own power. You are fiery and powerful in this year, the horse, and you're going to attract him in magnetically. So really what I need to share with you is you don't need to try and do anything because it's all happening naturally. Okay, what else? We've got Page of Wands, eager to experiment, and he wants to experiment with you. He wants to spend time with you and get to know you better and be in your arms and do things with you. The time will come. This is good news. Good news is on the way. I hope that helps, okay? So keep being you. Jacinta, thank you for the donation. Jacinta says, where's your question? Where's Jacinta's question? Again, when you're not putting your questions in the super chat, I struggle to find them sometimes. Can't find it, so I'm going to go down to the next one and come back to you. So, Steph, thank you for the donation. Why are things with FN so hard? Am I pushing too hard? If you feel you're pushing too hard, you very likely are. Okay? And you don't need to be pushing anyway. If you're saying you're pushing, then you're already aware that you're doing that, okay? Because right now it's important that you take a step back and allow him to come to you. But you don't need to push this or chase this. You just need to allow this, okay? And it's because you want union, that's why, you want the happy home, and it feels stuck in a stalemate, and it's probably frustrating. And you're like, why can't I have this? And you're saying, why is it so hard? Everyone's journey is hard. It's how we learn to surrender and let go. And it feels hard work to you because you are pushing or trying or doing. So you've got to let that go, because if you feel depleted and drained, you're overgiving or you're overdoing or you're over trying. You've got to get the balance right. Things are stuck always for a reason, which means lessons are being learned. And it could be that he's in a comfort zone that he's struggling to release. So his sign, he's drowning his sorrow. So he's struggling. He's an ego. You can't pull him out of there. He's got to find his own way out. Okay, he's in this, poor me, my life is a mess, what do I do? It's not your job to save him or rescue him. He's a divine masculine. He's got to rescue himself. He's got to find his own solutions and come up with his own answers. It's not your job to save him. It's his own job. Okay, it's your job to know your own worth and value and trust the process, okay? So what else is going on? You've got, wise investment. So this is a wise investment. So I'm not saying you're doing everything wrong here at all. You're learning and growing, but you've got to remember that the time it takes and everything that happens along the way is a wise investment. So the hard element of it is the growth. And there is a shift between now and April. Just got to look at this in a different way. So what's your guidance? You've got the Ace of Swords. Let him make his own decisions and come to his own level of awareness in his own time. Okay, because the angel's saying you have a new level of awareness because you're realising and recognising that you're pushing too hard. So stop doing that. Let him come to you. Let him take the lead. Let him show up for you. So if you're constantly reaching out, trying to make things happen, you've got to let go and breathe and focus on self-love. Just bring your message in from your angels. What do your angels want you to know? What you are searching for is also searching for you. So there's no need to keep pushing or trying. I hope that helps, okay? It has to be strategic, back and forth, like a game of tennis, not bombarding balls over. So I've just seen Jacinta says, will my ultrasound test come back normal? I had pain around the belly. Doctor said it was gas. Why do I feel so crappy when it's Pisces season? Well, first of all, because you're probably affirming that. You're probably saying, Pisces season is always bad for me, or something always goes wrong in Pisces. And it's something you're affirming, telling yourself. It's a story you're telling yourself. So you've got to say everything is always working out for me. Now, your doctor is saying to you, this is gas. And you're saying, oh my God, it's something else, something's wrong. So you're manifesting all this struggle in your body. Okay, so you have to let go. If you're having the fact that you're going to doctors, everything's done, is also a sign that you're panicking, you're worrying, you're overstressing. They're giving me an itchy nose, which means your intuition is already telling you the truth, but you're not listening to it. So why they give me an itchy nose? You're worried that your doctor's lying to you in some way. It's not gas, it's something worse. Perhaps I've got cancer or whatever you're thinking. They give me an itchy nose. So you've got to listen to your intuition. Okay? So instead of saying, will it come back normal? I want to bring in a message from Archangel Raphael. So what does Archangel Raphael want you to know? Okay, he's saying, look at this. Yes, you are okay. So this could be a sign that your results come back normal and everything is okay. But you've got to stop worrying about everything, because that's causing the problem. Treatment is breath work and meditation, not just for your gas or whatever you've got going on, but because of your stress and anxiety. Because you start panicking, overthinking everything. And this is your problem. This is what you need to heal. So the way you treat yourself in any situation is to breathe, come back into the moment, and then your mind and your body reconnect. That's why you feel woozy when you do breath work or meditation, because your mind's off in the fairies. Your mind's off in the past or the future, worried about everything, love, home, your mother, everything. If you center yourself through breath work, 3 deep breaths in and out, you come back into your body. So as soon as you start stressing, the best thing you can do is breathe, meditate, or go for a walk, because it'll put you back into your body. I hope that helps, okay? Janie, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, 3D messages and actions from Wes. So what's going on with Wes today? So first one card, he said it's always been you. So he wants you to know, even when he was in his marriage, it was always you, even then. And that's something he's also healing. The guilt around the fact that he wanted you then, and then she passed away, and it's all that guilt. So he's saying to you, it's always been you. So this is also about the future. And I feel he will tell you that on your wedding day. It's always been you. He'll tell you in his vows, he'll say that to you in some way that isn't disrespectful to his wife, but he'll say that to you, it's always been you, okay? Got angel bumps around there. Every time I connect with his energy, I see marriage in your future with him. Every time, okay? So your guidance is to know that this stalemate right now, it won't last, and it's to do with indecision. Okay, well, Luke, you're going to receive the ultimate achievement, which is the new beginning. It's all been activated now. So you have to have faith in what you're learning at this time. You're learning, you're growing, you're understanding, okay? But you will have the ultimate achievement, which isn't just about the marriage, but it's about the castle. It's about you getting everything you want in the end. You'll get there. And this is a timeline between now and October. But again, timelines are guidelines, okay? So what's your guidance? You've got the Sun, and you've got the Six of Wands, and you've got the Eight of Swords. So you might think at the moment it's like round and round and round we go. Is it ever going to stop? Is it ever going to be different? Is it ever going to be something different with that carousel? Okay? Well, you can do it, and you can too. So you've got to believe in him and believe in you too. Okay? Because the path is becoming clear. You've got the Sun, it's happiness. My path is illuminated and clear. So when the time is right, everything will move forward. Everything will shift forward. Got a timeline of between now and October. Okay? What else? Timelines first. What else? You've got Aquarius season. We've just had that. There's been a bit of an awakening going on during that timeline. Something big could also happen around next Aquarius season, January to February. Something big could be happening around then. Wedding planning, who knows? Not feeling like it's going to take that long for him to come to you. This is the last one we've just had. We're in Pisces season now. It's just ended Aquarius season. He's saying to you, I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid. Now, they give me that song by Halsey that Don always channels. Okay, I'm not afraid anymore. Okay, out of 50 Shades. I want to be authentic. I don't want to be afraid. I'm no longer afraid. Okay, so I feel this about him coming out into the open with this love. That's his intention. So the angels are saying to you, replace any negative emotions with positive ones. Release any negative emotions to become more balanced. They give me fear. Let go of your fears. Fill up your own cup first to then be able to tend to and successfully help others. So remember, you've got to fill up your own cup at this time. They give me fear. And then you don't go into your own fears. Let's get one more round of cards. Anything else? Because he is intending to take action to you, obviously, but it will be when he feels he can do it authentically. He's gaining clarity just like you are at this point. You've got to be patient. That's what you're learning. And then you'll have the stability you seek. Is already on the path to you. All you've got to do is be the lighthouse and shine your light, because this is like him looking out and this is you. So he's being guided to you. You just got to be patient while he gains clarity. And you're gaining clarity too. You may even want to use some clear quartz to bring some healing in for you. I hope that. Look at this. You've got rebirth moving on top of the deck and divine love. So it's showing you it's all going to move forward at the right time. I hope that helps, okay? Next question. We're doing this for Mariana. Thank you for the donation. Secret thoughts and feelings. So what are secret thoughts and feelings? My feelings overwhelm me. So whatever his feelings are, they're overwhelming him. He feels burdened by them. He's got a lot going on in his head. He's got a lot on his plate. But he does feel all this desire for you. Okay, so there is a lot of passion that he's feeling for you. However, it's overwhelming him. So he's overwhelmed with his feelings. What else? Because the reason why he's overwhelmed is because of the type of connection. Now, I'm not putting a label on it. You know your truth. But you're coming up here as a twin flame connection. And this can be why. And also because some cycle needs to be completed. And he's got to master that. And he's also learning how to master his emotions. So he doesn't get so burdened by what he's feeling. And that's something he's also learning to do. So there is a cycle completing. So what's your guidance? The Star. You're healing your wounded heart. So you may feel wounded in this situation. And there's hope for the future. So you've got to believe and have faith in that. You're being guided back together, or you're being guided by the universe. So what else is he holding inside that he wants to say to you? Because he's overwhelmed by his thoughts and feelings. He's saying to you, I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid. So he wants to be open and honest with you. But he's saying it's easier to stay away right now because he's overwhelmed. So he wants to be authentic with you. And he wants to be honest with you. And he isn't afraid. He's getting over his fear. But at this moment today, he's staying away because he's healing something. So he will be taking action when he's ready. I hope that helps again. We just get a timeline for you as well. Is there any particular timeline you need to know about? You've just got to have faith, especially over the next 3 weeks to 3 months. Have faith in everything that's going on. Have faith in heaven. I hope that helps, okay? Patricia, thank you for the donation. I have a message from A. So what does A want to say to you today? So A is saying to you, I'm in a much better headspace now. So he's feeling much better because of the space that you're giving him to heal and process. He said, I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. So he's seen lots of signs about you when you're not together. And those signs are guiding him to you, reminding him of you. And he's saying, I'm in a much better headspace. So I feel what he's saying is, when the time is right, I'll reach out. So I don't feel it's long until he's going to reach out to you, okay? What else does he want to say to you? What else does he want to say? There's your card, okay? He said, yeah, my feelings overwhelm me. We've just had this coming up for Mariana as well. So my feelings overwhelm me. And that can hold him back. That's why he needs space. So, but again, there's the passion, the fire there, the desire. So he is thinking about you in that way. Let's bring in another message in the silence. What else does he want to say? He's saying to you, I feel guilt over my situation. So he's dealing with some kind of guilt. You know, and that could be for the way he's handled things as well. I'm hoping you will contact me. Well, obviously, you know he's got to contact you, or that may be what you're allowing. And this is because he's got to step into his masculine role. So in his own head, he's like, oh, well, I hope you contact me. And then I don't worry about being rejected, or I haven't got to try so hard. But you know he's got to. So let him come to you. I've met you on the astral realm. So you're definitely connecting in the higher realms. I hope that helps, okay? Dreams, you know, signs, synchronicities, all of that. Laurie Wu, thank you for the donation. Does Orlando watch me online, and did he see me singing? Does he watch you online? Okay, well, he needs time to reflect. So I feel he goes within to think about things, and he battles his demons. So I feel the first thing you need to know is, whatever he's doing, he's battling his demons. He's battling with his ego, and that's why he pulls away or goes within. So he's got like his own inner battles going on. It's like nothing to do with you directly. It's about what he's going through inside. Okay, so he's saying that to you. It's like he's saying, the reason I'm not currently messaging you or around you or, you know, showing up is because I'm dealing with my own stuff. So he wants you to know that first of all. And he's saying, I feel love for you. So he definitely feels love for you. Whether he watches you or not, he feels love for you. And he's saying, I'm taking responsibility for my past actions. So I'm not saying he isn't watching you. If you feel and sense he is, then obviously you've got to trust that feeling. But I haven't got anything really coming up here that says he's definitely doing that. It's more he's going within and he's processing and thinking, but he definitely feels love for you, you know, and he's connecting with you in some way. But I don't necessarily feel he could be watching you or watching you singing specifically. But obviously you've got to trust your intuition. I'm not saying he's not doing that. They're just not giving me the answer. Okay, let's see if I can bring another card. Is he watching you online? He's confused. I feel it's more like he's in his head processing. I hope that helps, okay? So I can't answer that question because it's not coming through. And maybe that's because he's about to, or he will do in the future, but he hasn't yet. Okay, but you trust your intuition if you feel, but I feel he's just in his head more than anything else. Daniel, thank you for the donation. Good morning, Liz. Message from my love Jennifer. What does she want me to know? So what does Jennifer want you to know? What does Jennifer want you to know? Jennifer's saying to you, you have a hold on me and my feelings overwhelm me. So she does get very emotional by her feelings, the overwhelm her, especially the passion, and she needs time to reflect on that. So she's currently in the hermit energy of, I just need some space. I need to reflect and work things out. So my feelings overwhelm me. So even though it's not there, I'm getting the Four of Swords coming through. Just a bit more time to think. She's thinking about things because she feels overwhelmed. But you have a hold on her regardless. she can't forget you. She's always thinking about you. She said, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So she doesn't feel good enough for you. She doesn't feel good enough for you. She feels like she's letting you down, or she will let you down. And that's something she's overcoming as well. Because you may have your own expectations, but really this is about her own expectations, thinking, am I good enough for you? Can I do this? Is it the right time? So she's working through all of that. What else do you need to know? Strength. And it takes everything in her to hold herself back, by the way. When I pick up on the restraint card, the strength card in this deck, I see this as holding back. Okay, restraint. Holding herself back when she wants to contact you or she wants to be around you, because everything in her is telling her. Look, we've got Hermes again. It says, I feel you pulling away from me. So maybe that's how you feel, because this is your energy. So you may feel that she's pulling away from you, but she isn't. She just needs a bit of time. Because you never pull away from your twin fully, because you are one. So work more on the 5D union. Let me pull you a card from the Salty Sea deck. Anything else you need to know? You've got Divine Love, Starfish. It's Divine Love. You may actually see Starfish. I wore my Starfish earrings yesterday, but I haven't got them on today. But you may see Starfish as a sign of this. It's Divine Love. It can't be broken. So just have faith in, once she's done this thinking, then something will move forward. But I feel for now, today especially, she just needs a bit of space. I hope that helps, okay? Linda, thank you for the donation, honey. Hi, Liz. How is Richard feeling about me today? Is there anything he would like to tell me? So, what does Richard want to tell you today? What does Richard want to tell you today? What does he want to tell you today? He's definitely doing a lot of deep thinking before he does anything, Luke. It's like he's being strategic with his moves or his words, because he wants to say something, but he's doing a lot of thinking. So it's very likely he's wanted to say something to you, but then he's stopped himself, or he's held it in, or he hasn't felt it was the right time. So he's saying, is it possible to forgive and forget? So he does know that he's messed you around, let you down, or hurt you in some way, and he's hoping you're going to forgive him for that. Is it possible to forgive and forget? Can we put this behind us? And he's seeing signs about you all the time. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. So he's seeing signs about you everywhere he goes, and it's driving him a bit mad. But he's wondering if you're going to forgive him for something he's done. Okay, just bear with me. I've mixed these cards up. There we go. So what else does he want you to know? I haven't let you go. So it may seem that way, but he hasn't. He hasn't let you go. He's going through a healing. He's thinking. He's working out what his next steps are. And you may have pulled your energy back in some way, and he can sense that too. What else is going on? Yeah, restoration and the Eight of Cups, evolving. He sees you as evolving. So he sees you as someone out of his league. So when he thinks about you, he sees you as someone very dynamic, powerful, independent, sexy, successful. He looks at you, no matter what he does or how you see him, he looks at you and thinks, you could get anyone you want. Why me? Why do you want me? You're out of my league. So he doesn't feel good enough. He doesn't feel worthy of you. And he sees you as someone very patient, very kind as well. He wants to restore things with you, and things are going to evolve. And this is really about when you walk away. And I'm not saying walk away as in move on, but when you perhaps pull your energy back, that's when things are going to evolve and change. There's a big transformation going on with both of you. You can feel him around you. You can feel him around you all the time, whether you're at home or at work. You feel him around you. So when's this going to evolve and transform? You got rebirth, April. Something could change around April. A rebirth coming into this, okay? What else do you need to know? Abundance, separation. So when you're not physically together, you may be working on your career anyway. You may be busy with work, money, doing things for you. And obviously you're dealing with your own shadows too. So I feel when you're not together, you're both dealing with your shadows. What does he want to say to you in the silence? What does he want to say to you in the silence? I'm not sleeping very well, okay? And that, in fact, the one card come out of this huge deck, so he's not sleeping very well. And he's met you on the astral realms. Now, that could also be why he's not sleeping very well, because he's having 5D interactions with you. So I feel there's a lot of passion and kundalini in the 5D, even if there isn't a lot going on in the physical. I just want to see what your I say your issue is. Obviously, I don't mean you've got issues, but, what's your problem in a way? What you're struggling with? What are you struggling with? Not what's your problem, but what are you dealing with yourself? How could you do that to me? Okay, so this is coming out because you're thinking, how could you do that to me? Whatever it is, whether it's how could you ignore me, or how could you treat me that way, or how could you not show up for me, or whatever it is. You're saying, how could you do that to me? And that's why he's saying, is it possible to forgive and forget? Are you going to forgive me for what I did to you? So I just want to bring in the deck of apologies. So you've clearly got some forgiving to do as well yourself, working on forgiving. So he's saying to you, I will leave her. So this is someone or something needs to leave behind. I will leave her. So I don't know if there's a karmic partner, or this could be someone else he's dealing with. This could be someone he's flirting with, whatever it is. He's saying, I'll leave that behind me, and I'm teaching you patience. So there's a soul lesson being learned from your side of patience, and he's teaching you that. But he's going to leave her or this or whatever it is. Not necessarily a person. Whatever it is he needs to leave behind, he will. He's going to do that, okay? And you've got to be patient. I hope that helps, okay? Saranga, great to see you. Thank you for the donation. So Saranga says, there is a guy who says he knows me from a past life, disregards my twin flame journey. I feel he's jealous, need to know his true colours. Okay, so if he says he's known you he knows you from a past life, so he could have, even though he's disregarding your twin flame journey, he could have an intention to perhaps be with you physically. They're giving me tooth pain. So he could want you for himself, and he perhaps thinks, well, if I disregard your twin flame journey, then you'll want me and not that person. So, or he could be, after you in that way. So what's this guy want you to know? What do we need to know about this guy? So there's an opportunity with this guy between now and April. So this guy is very likely going to be in your energy until April. So December to April, something's going on with this guy. December just gone to April. There's conflict there, so you're conflicted about it. And there's going to be progress made from March. And let's see what the other one is. And pain. So I feel what I've got coming up here is this guy is in his own pain. And perhaps he sees you as someone who could take him out of that pain. Someone there's an opportunity with. So I do feel he's attracted to you. But you're conflicted around moving this forward with him. Obviously because of your twin flame journey. And because of other things you've got going on. You may not even be attracted to this person. But I feel this person sees you as an opportunity. Also sees you as someone successful. Someone who has money as well. So I'm not saying they want to take your money. But I do feel this person sees you as someone who's got a lot going for them. Someone they could perhaps explore something with because he's in his own pain. But you're conflicted because you feel something isn't right. Okay, and you could have had past lives with this person before. You know your truth. You've got to go with him for those answers. But I feel there'll be a progression from March. So it's like from March you'll know what to do in this situation. So you could be having some clarity around this now. So why does this person want to keep you away from your twin flame or disregarding your journey or whatever that is? What do you need to know about this? You are enough and you're worthy. So I feel that really this is about you. It's more about you than anything else. Knowing that you are worthy of what you deserve. Because obviously this guy's kind of come into your life. So you might think, oh, he's come along and, there's a bit of attraction there. Or so I'll give this a go. But the angel's saying you are enough and you're worthy. So you are enough. You are worth great things. You are worth what you deserve. And you are enough. Now, obviously this person is giving you some kind of ego boost in some way, showing you that you are desired or you are wanted or you are seen, heard and understood in some way, even if he's disregarding your journey, saying we've had past lives together. But the message I've got coming through is, I'm not saying you're going to settle for him anyway, but because you are enough and you are worthy of great things, that you don't need to settle for anything or anyone less than you deserve. So you've really got to weigh up what you want, not about what he's saying or what he's doing or what he wants. You've got to think, well, what does Saranga want? I hope that helps, okay? Micah, thank you for the donation. What is the energy of P and I meet? I'm single now. What if the energy of P and I meet? So if P and you meet, what's the energy? P and you meet, what's the energy? I'm single now. Are you putting single now? Is that he's single or you're single? What's the energy? We've got 10 of Swords, painful ending. Let me just see. It may be a painful ending because you may feel isolated and alone after. So it feels like right now, for some reason, you may be feeling isolated or alone. Okay, is he single? So you may be feeling isolated and alone. Are you single? Because someone here is feeling isolated and alone. What I'm really picking up on is the painful. It's like if you come together now, if you meet now, because that's what I'm picking up on. You're saying, what is the energy if P and I meet? And I'm picking up on, like, if you meet now, there would be a painful ending because you would feel isolated and alone. So I'm not saying it would end painfully as in you'd never see him again. That's not what I'm picking up. And it's more like you'd come together and then you'd go your separate ways again for a time, whether it's a day, a week, or however many months or whatever needs to happen so you can be together properly, and you'd feel isolated and alone. Because what I've got coming through here is I don't feel this connection is ready to move forward the way you want it to until May. Okay, or after May, at the end of May. I feel like June could be a turning point. So you may feel isolated and alone until the end of May. Okay, now is he single or with someone? Well, he could be with somebody, okay, but he feels love for you. Okay, so regardless of whether he is or isn't with someone, he does feel isolated and alone, but he feels love for you. So he does feel the love for you, but he could be in a relationship. I'm not ruling that out. I'm not really feeling it's anything to panic about if he is, because he feels the love for you. And he could be thinking about ending that. So it could be that he's got to end that first, whatever that is. Okay, and that's why if you come together now, it would be a painful ending for you because you'd feel isolated and alone and he'd perhaps be in something that he needs to release. Does that make sense? So I feel that the love is there for you and he wants that with you and there's an opportunity in the future for this, but I don't feel it's yet. So I feel if you come together, for example, there's going to be a lot of passion and fire between you, but then it may hurt you when you say goodbye in that moment. You know, you go back to your life, he goes back to his life, because it would feel like a painful ending and you'd feel isolated and alone. That's the message I have to give to you. I hope that helps, okay? Let me just pull one of these actually just to get a clarifier on if he's with someone. So he's very emotional and he wants to move towards you, or he wants to make some kind of move, and this is what you're manifesting. You've got Ten of Swords coming up again though. So again, I feel that what you're manifesting at this moment perhaps won't work out the way you think because of divine timing's involved. But he will make his move when he's ready. And this move could come in after March. Well, it may be the right thing to come in after March, but that's what I'm picking up on. I'm not really feeling anyone else around him. But if he is with someone, he's thinking about you anyway. But I'm not necessarily feeling that. I mean, he could just be like flirting with someone or connecting with someone on an app or something like that. But I'm not feeling like he's in a relationship. And if he is, he shouldn't be. Put it that way. Because he's thinking about you. I hope that helps, okay? Kay Frank, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, message from CJ. Why is he so distant? Okay, so well, he's processing clearly if he's distant. So he wants to tell you how he feels. So I don't feel he's actually distant. It may seem that way, but I don't feel he's actually distant. He doesn't see himself as that. He wants to tell you how he feels. So I feel he's pulled away to process what he wants to say to you. Because he feels like his soul is on fire. He wants to explore this connection with you. And he feels the love for you. So he wants to tell you how he feels. So when I'm connecting with his energy, you've done nothing wrong. He's not distant for the wrong reasons. He's having time to process how he feels, okay? So you've got to let him come to you. Instead of perhaps thinking, oh my God, something's wrong. I need to sort it out. I need to clear the air. I need to find out what's going on. You've just got to give him space. And he's actually obsessed with you. And I feel that there could be an obsession from your side as well, where you're perhaps obsessing over this at this moment. And it's driving you a bit mad because nothing is wrong. You just got to give him time to come back, that's all. Because you know what you want, so you're the Queen of Wands, and he does know he wants you. He is attracted to you. However, this is you being like, I know who I am, I know what I want, but you're in your masculine energy when you're doing that. You've got to let him pursue you. So if you give him time, he will pursue you, because I don't feel there's anything wrong. He's actually thinking about how he's feeling and how to take the next step in the situation. So he can feel you. He can still feel you. You can still feel him. And that gets overwhelming to him as well. So there's nothing wrong. You just got to let him come back. I hope that helps, okay? And this is what they do. You know, when they get overwhelmed, they pull back to process. Like us, As divine feminines, we want to sort it out. We want to talk to our friends. We want to get it all out in the open. The masculines don't. They shut down. They process. They go within. And then they come back. It's like an elastic band. They pull away and then they snap back. I hope that helps, okay? Palami, thank you for the donation. Why is everything bad happening to me? Well, first of all, it's your perception of what's going on. Everything is neutral. It's the way we view it or perceive it that makes it bad or good, right or wrong, light or dark, negative or positive. So you just got to view it in a higher way. If things are happening to you that you perceive to be bad, they are actually growing you. It's happening to you, for you. So you've got to look at it in a different way. Okay, it's giving you an opportunity to find faith, to find peace, to rise up, to be a warrior, to be strong. Remember what Kelly Clarkson said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I can't seem to get out of it. I can't see any light of hope anywhere because you're not allowing yourself to. It's like when you're in that wallowing. We all go into that, but we have to pull ourselves out of that. We wallow, oh, it's all bad, everyone's got it better than me, and poor me. You've got to pull yourself out of that. You are stronger than that, okay? So the first step out of that is call on Archangel Michael, and he will make you feel better straight away, because you'll feel like there is hope, actually, and I'm not, a wounded animal. I'm a warrior. I may be a wounded warrior, but I am a warrior, okay? I'm losing faith in everything. It feels like nothing will get better. Any guidance, you've got to pull yourself out of that. That's your perception of what's going on. It's not the truth. It's the lies. It's the ego. It's the devil saying, oh, everything's always going to be this way. And it won't. We all go through highs and lows. It could be financial as well. There could be some financial worry here. So you may be worried. You may be overthinking things. And whatever you're worrying about may also be affecting you financially. And there will be a reunion. This could even, if you don't resonate with financial worries for you, this could also be what your twin is experiencing. And you could also be picking up on what your twin is feeling, because he could be worrying about money, and that could be getting you down. You could be feeling his energy, so you've got to cleanse your chakras. Feel if you cleanse your chakras, cleanse your aura, call on Archangel Michael, you'll feel instantly better, okay? So there is a reunion. This is what you're probably telling yourself, oh, we're never going to be together, it's never going to happen. But it will. You're going to be fear. A lot of fear around this. Sorry, I sounded negative. I shouldn't. It's just so much, and it is fine. Well, there you go. So you're worrying. The angel's saying, remember, you have nurturing energy. Now, not saying there's anything bad about feeling the way you're feeling. We all go through these problems. We all go through, but we have to pick ourselves up. Remember what Rocky said. It's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get back up. Look, there's going to be an energy surge and communication. You don't need to receive communication to feel better. You may feel that way, like, oh, if my twin messaged me, everything would be okay. But everything can be okay today. You just have to call on your angels. So if you call on your angels, there's going to be an energy surge within the next 8 minutes, 8 hours, 8 days. And there's going to be some movement towards communication over the next 8 weeks. But you have to have faith in that, okay? And it's the scarcity mindset, financial worry again. You've got to let go, thinking it's never going to happen or everything's bad. Look at your blessings. Sit down. Make this your priority within the next hour. Sit down and write down 10 things you're grateful for right now. And it will shift your vibration. And you may find it really hard. But I guarantee you when you get to 0.5, you're going to feel much better. Keep going. Okay, look around. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I can actually donate to have a reading today, and I've got the internet to watch this on, and I've got a device to watch this on. Thank you, thank you. I'm grateful I woke up this morning. People didn't. That's a blessing. Thank you, thank you. I'm grateful I've got food to eat and water to drink and clothes to wear and a roof over my head and a job to go to if you have. If not, say, I'm grateful I've got time to look for the right job for me. I'm grateful I'm creative. I'm grateful I have a voice. I'm grateful I have a body and I can walk around in it. I'm grateful that I can think and feel and see. So that's like 10 things straight away to be grateful for that perhaps you weren't thinking about, just that you were taking for granted. So blessings will bring a healing in. Call on your angels. I hope that helps, okay? Saranga, thank you for the donation. I'm seeing 666 is trying to tell me something. Well, 666 is connected with the ego. The fear, the worry, the struggle, the stress. It's also your psychic intuition saying, look beyond the physical circumstances. So when you're seeing 666, it's really your ego saying, you're paying too much time to me. You need to be focused on other things. I'm not saying you're not spiritual, because you are, but you may be over-worrying or overthinking. I'm going to pull this deck. So what is 666 trying to tell you directly? What is 666 trying to tell you directly? Okay, so first card that flew out, that you're worrying too much about something. You could be in your head. So again, that's what I've just said. It's about worry and about maybe thinking other people are selfish, and you've got to work more on self-love. Okay, because there's hope everywhere. It's also about burdens, carrying burdens around. Look at Jesus with the cross there. So you may be carrying around your own burdens, and you've got to let them go. And the separation could be causing you pain, where you're in your head about the struggles, your shadows. So it's like all the darkness. So, but there is hope. There's hope in resurrection there as well. Remember, Jesus carried the cross, okay, but he was resurrected. So things can turn around when you focus on hope and resurrection. So there could be a shift coming around Easter for you, but it's about, the angels are saying to you, stop worrying, stop stressing, stop overthinking. You're carrying around burdens, you're carrying around a cross, you don't need to. So if I read you from Kyle's book, and we'll read just so you get it from not just me, you get it from another source here, it says, halt, stop, no. Do not make any sudden decisions. Your ego has taken control and is leading the way to heartache and fear, but you can recover your power if you call on the light of God. So a decision could be perhaps to date that guy, or, to be around that other person. So I feel you've just got to move beyond your ego and see things in a higher way. I hope that helps, okay? Palami, thank you for the donation. Trying to get a job, but no responses are coming. So we've just spoke about, see it as a blessing. Now I've got the time to wait for the job that I deserve and set my intentions and ask for that. Now I've got time to recuperate me and heal myself and work on my spiritual beliefs. Thank you, thank you. So gratitude is the quickest way to turn things around. Relationship-wise, the situation. Now my father's health, it's getting out of hand. Feels like so much pain. Well, isn't that interesting when we've just spoke about you carrying the burden around? If I've just spoke about this for you carrying the burden around as well. But obviously this card came out for Saranga. But the card is all the same. It's showing you you're carrying your burdens, you're carrying your cross. So the message here is to let go of all the things you're carrying around. You're trying to do it all by yourself, and you can pray for help. So give your burdens to heaven. First of all, your father's health is not your concern. Yes, you love him and you want him to be healthy, but he's got to heal it himself or deal with it himself. It's his concern. You're carrying around his burden. Okay, so you've got to let this go. You're also trying to carry around everybody else's pain. It could be your family's pain. It could be your twins' pain. You've got to let that go. Okay, so that you focus on you. And you think, okay, I've got this because heaven has got me. So the angels want you to focus on you, okay? So love is the answer to all. Look, burdens come out. There you go. When you're in burden, you've got to focus on love, not fear. You're focusing on fear at the moment, not love. And that's where all the worry comes in. Stress, overthinking. It's all the what-ifs of the future that are getting you down. Because you're thinking, what if my dad dies? What if I don't get a job? What if I never end up with my twin? What if? And the ego loves that, okay? The higher self is saying, breathe. It will all be okay. Your dad is still here, okay? Love is all around you. You just have to see it. You now have an opportunity to wait for what you deserve and make sure you get the right job, not just a job to fill a gap or to bring money in. God is your source, not a job. So when you're grateful, you'll be given everything you need. So focus on gratitude. It's the quickest way to turn things around. Okay, so what I would say is this. Instead of donating to me in these messages now, spend the money instead. And I'm not saying you've got to do this. It's just an idea to help. Spend the money instead. Buy yourself a book like Magic by Rhonda Byrne and do that book. Or become an angel seeker for a month and do the gratitude series, okay, from day one. And that will help. Those are things that are going to benefit you, okay, instead of panicking and worrying. And that will benefit you more. You'll get more value for your money there because that will turn your life around in 40 days doing that gratitude series, okay, rather than perhaps getting a little answer now. I hope that helps, okay? And obviously you're already a member, so you just need to upgrade. That's all you need to do. Okay? So it'll help. If you do that, by the way, I'm not saying you've got to do that. I'm just trying to help. I'm not trying to make you become an angel seeker. But the guidance is there. And if anyone is an angel seeker in the chat, they'll tell you how important that series is. So you go to day 1 today and do day 1. And then day 2 tomorrow. And day 3 the next day. And that's how you do it to work for you. Not trying to binge watch it all. Okay, because then you do the practices on that day. And that's all there. That's all ready for you. So you can do that anytime. I hope that helps, okay? Priyanka, thank you for the donation. Booking messages for Priyanka in February, March and April. Okay, so what do you need to know for the rest of this month? It's called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Okay, but I base the series around that book. So it would be more beneficial to do the series than actually buy the book. Okay, because the series will motivate you more. But no, the book is called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, but you don't need to buy that book if you're doing that series. Okay, but obviously it's up to you if you want to buy it. But I just feel if you buy the book, you won't stick to it. Okay, because you'll go into fear. So, but you've got a choice, obviously, what you do. Prove me wrong, Kalami, okay? So this is for Priyanka, okay? Okay, so first of all, the message for the rest of February, you've got to set boundaries. So you may need to set your boundaries. You may also be having vivid lucid dreams. I'm going to be talking about this on Monday, okay? You've got to wait. So you may need to just wait for things to happen. You may also be guided in your dreams. And you've got step back and eagle. So what I'm really picking up on for February is if you wait and take a step back and set your boundaries down, your person is going to come to you because the eagle is a movement. And also you may be having vivid dreams about what's going on. But you've got big messages saying wait, step back, set boundaries. It's like the angel saying you don't need to do anything. Just allow things to move into place. In March, you've got crow, reconcile and answers come. So if you're patient and trusting in February, all the answers you're seeking are going to come in March. Okay, you could also possibly reconcile with your person or sort things out in some way, and your intuition is guiding you. So the crow is reminding you that you're very psychic. So it's so important in March that you pay attention to what your psychic self and your intuition and your signs are telling you, okay? And then in April, you've got intimacy on their mind. So it's very likely your person is desiring you more, or, you know, you are being desired more. You may even get a new job or something new could happen in your job. And this is spring. So obviously spring is April anyway with Easter. So something is going to move forward. Something is going to spring forward. There's going to be an action. So I feel April is going to be a lot of movement. A lot of Kundalini rising, fire, passion. Things are going to start blooming and growing with the springtime. And there could even be an opportunity for a new job. That's what you need to know. I hope that helps, okay? Let me just delete this person a minute. There we go. Oh, didn't press it there. There we go, okay. I've just timed that person out. So if I've got mods in, just keep an eye on the chat for me, please, if you can. I know you do a good job anyway, but I'm just timing people out myself, okay? So people here need to be timed out. There we go, okay. So we've got Saranga, thank you for the donation. True colours of a DM energy Siddharth. Okay, so what are the true colours of Siddharth? What is Siddharth's true colours? No problem, Ling. I didn't know if anyone else was in or not. Obviously, I know you're here, but I didn't know if anyone else was in or not. Obviously, Victor's having a break because he's going through ascension symptoms. So I feel with this DM energy Siddharth, okay, what you got to do is be patient. And I feel as well that this person is very drawn to you because of your energy, your light, your confidence, your radiance, the person you are. So really what this is picking up, what I'm picking up more on, is that this person is being drawn to you because you are a healer. Okay, so I'm picking up more on the energy that you're bringing to this person than their energy directly. That's what you need to know first of all. That this person sees you as a healer, like an angel, someone who's very sexy, dynamic, confident, and they're drawn to you because of that. So what you have to understand is your energy is drawing this person to you, okay? But it's your choice if you allow this person into your energy. Okay, you have boundaries to set, remember, in your own life, in your own way. So what's his true colours? What's his true colours? The World, completion, Magician. I'm not really feeling anything bad around this person or negative. Feels like this person is completing some kind of cycle that you may be assisting with. Helping this person to step more into their role as the Magician, to step more into their power. And I feel that this person could be very Magician-like. So they may be a great manifester. They could be very intuitive, psychic. That could be what you're bringing out in them or helping them to understand. But I feel like whatever the bad things are, they've already healed that or completed that cycle. So it's like this person is in a different energy with you than perhaps they've been in with anyone else. So I'm not feeling any bad intentions, but I feel you have some kind of mission to heal this person or help this person to become the Magician. I hope that helps, okay? Priyanka, thank you for the donation. Is going Mumbai from Pune is good decision in finances. So is it a good decision to go to Mumbai? Is it a good decision for you to go to Mumbai? You've got to go within for the answers. The answers are within. Your ego could be getting in the way. So you've got to look at this from a place of love, not fear. I feel your ego is stressing you out, perhaps saying, oh, what if I don't have the money, or is it going to work out? Okay, if you go within for the answers, you're going to get over this ego. So when you've gone over your ego, what's the answer? So you need to go within for the answer. That's what I've got coming through more than anything else. You're not going to get it from me. You've got to get it from yourself. You've got to let go of any stress and remember who you are as the Empress. So again, they're not giving me a clear answer because this is something you need to go within to find the answer out to. Because not everything's meant to be answered through a tarot card or a reading, a personal reading, or anything else. You're meant to go within for the answers. So the angels are saying to you, go within for the answer, and then you'll see beyond the ego. If you let go of the struggle around this, you'll know what to do from your Empress self. Okay, but I am getting like if you release the ego, this could be a good decision for you. But I can't give you a yes or a no in the cards. Let me see what comes out in the yes or no deck. Just to see if they're going to bring any more clarity in. So, is going Mumbai a good decision? Is going to Mumbai a good decision? Is it a good decision for you financially? Is it a good decision for you? See, they want you to go within for the answer. They don't want me to give you the answer here. They're saying the outcome will be undesirable at this moment. And I feel that's because of the ego. So I'm not saying it's a no, even though a no's come out, because I don't feel it is. I feel you need to go within to work it out. Okay, but he says the outcome will be undesirable. So it may mean that it wouldn't be a good decision financially, but I'm not feeling that at all. I'm not really feeling that. I feel you've got to go within and overcome your fears. I'm sorry I can't answer the question, but that's what the angels are, they're very clear about what I can answer and what I can't answer in a clear way. And they're saying to me, it's not your decision, Liz. You've got to go within yourself and work it out. I hope that helps, okay? Blossoming Caterpillar, thank you for the donation. Hi, Liz, may I ask if my DM has a message for me? So what does your masculine want to say to you? I just can't be with you right now because I'm transforming. Like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly, the blossoming caterpillar, your masculine is going through a transformation. So he can't be with you right now because of this transformation he's going through. He's going through an ending for a new beginning. So he's got to become the version of himself he needs to be. So, and that will lead to union. That will lead to what you want, which is ultimate contentment and joy. And I feel he is experiencing you in the higher realms. We've got the Ace of Swords, breakthroughs and awareness. So there's going to be a decision made that's going to bring in a breakthrough. And he's coming into awareness at this moment through this transformation of what this decision is. This could even be making a decision to be with you around September, October. Okay, so what's your guidance? You've got to know who you are. You're the Queen of Wands. You know what you want. You've got to remember your power and value. So if you're confident, that makes you magnetic. Because he knows he wants you. But he's got to go through a transformation to be with you. So he said, I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. So he regrets the fact that he didn't perhaps tell you how he felt, or he wants to tell you how he feels, but it's not the right time. So he's working through this. And he's like he said, I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. So he feels like he's let you down and messed you around. But if you give him time, he's going to turn that around. I hope that helps, okay? Palami, thank you for the donation. Any message from R today? Is he doing okay? What would you like to tell me? What's his intentions? Thank you. So I'm sending you lots of love, okay? So he's saying, I want to be authentic, okay? And it's easier to stay away right now because of the situation, because he's got a lot going on, okay? But he's saying, I'm no longer afraid. So I feel there's no longer afraid, as he's no longer afraid of what he's been going through. So I feel he's overcome so much, you know, he's strong within himself. Obviously, it's like he was afraid of the future because of his circumstances. And I feel he's now getting over that. And he wants to be authentic. That means he's getting to a place again where he feels he can perhaps remove the mask and tell people the truth. But it's easier to stay away right now because of the situation he's in. So what else do you need to know? Yeah, he's evolving just like you are. Divine intervention is on this. So it may feel right now to you like everything's falling apart. And obviously it is because you've said that it is. But you're evolving. You're becoming your best version. You are changing. You're transforming, okay? And there's a destined opportunity coming. You're meant to be with this person, but you've got to trust in the timing of it. And the time isn't the right time at this moment. So it's like he is aware of that on some deep level. So you're not being punished, you're being protected, okay, until the time is right. So everything's going to come full circle with this. So everything will happen in the right time. You're craving communication, but you're being protected, okay? You've got to get to a position where you can take it or leave it. And then you speak in the same language. So what that means is you've got to get to a place where you don't need him to be contacting you. You don't need his energy because you're feeling deep within. When you get to that point where if he comes, he comes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And I'm okay. That's when everything's going to move forward. So he's saying to you, I do love you. I just can't be with you right now. But when the time is right, he will. I hope that helps, okay? Priyanka, thank you for the donation. Natasha's feelings for Priyanka and next action. So how does Natasha feel about you? He's saying, I will return to you someday. So his next action is to return to you someday, whenever that is, and you're learning patience. So, and what I'm getting coming through, especially with the bucket messages, it feels like there's going to be a movement around March. So I feel February, you're being guided to wait and take your energy back and focus on you. And then it's very likely March and April is when things are going to move forward with him. So he's saying to you, I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So if you feel like he's forgotten you in any way, he hasn't. He's never forgotten you. But he's learning his own lessons, doing his own thing, and he will return to you when the time is right. But give me fear. You've got to let go of your fear, whatever this fear is. So you're evolving and transforming. You both are. That's why there's divine intervention. So that's why the angels are saying to you, wait, take a step back, set your boundaries down, and then the communication will come. So what else do you need to know? You've got the new moon is creating something. So there's a creation around the next new moon. So next new moon is the 18th of March. So 18th of March could be significant. Or even around the 20th to the 22nd, there's a healing occurring. Okay, because this is winter solstice, but I'm seeing it more as the healing happening between now and the next new moon, or up to the 21st. So obviously the new moon's on the 18th. I feel between now and the 21st, there's some healing going on. So you just got to have patience that when the time is right, he will take action towards you. I know you're saying, how is he feeling about you? Because you probably want to know what his actual feelings are. And he's telling you more about what he's going through. So what is he feeling for you? So he's saying to you, you are my best friend. So he feels like you're his best friend. He feels very connected to you in that way. He's wondering what you see in him. He's saying, you could have anyone. What do you see in me? So he feels like he's not good enough for you, that you're out of his league. And he's saying a karmic situation is a lesson and preparation. That's why it's currently a no. So there's some kind of situation that's karmic that he's learning from. So he doesn't feel like you're a karmic person. He feels like he's learning in a karmic cycle to be able to be with you the right way. I hope that helps, okay? Saranga, thank you for the donation. Karmic's message for me. So when you say karmic's message, do you mean your karmic? Does your karmic have a message for you? Is that what you're saying? Your karmic. Because karmic's message could be anyone's karmic. Who are you connecting with here? Who do you want a message from? Okay, Okay, do you want a message from your karmic or someone else's karmic? I feel it's your karmic, but if you just clarify in the chat for me which karmic you mean. Are you here, Saranga? Saranga, are you in the chat, honey? Okay, actually what I might do is do lilac and come back. So if you can just clarify for me in the chat which karmic, if you mean your karmic, and I'll come back to you in a minute, okay? So I'm going to do lilac. Welcome, honey. Thank you for using milestone. Hi, Liz. A couple of days ago, both of our karmics found out about us. Remember, everything happens for a reason, okay? Everything is absolute chaos right now. Can you please pull some cards? So let everything play out, okay? Let it play out. It will settle down. Okay, so what's the message around your karmic cycle? What's the message around your karmic cycle? What's the message around their karmic cycle? Okay, so your karmic cycle, you've got gratitude, thank you. So be grateful for this because it's happening for a reason. It's come out for a reason now so that everything can start moving forward in the right direction. And obviously you're grateful for your karmic person because they've taught you lessons and grown you in some way. So there's a lot of gratitude there. And I feel that also on some deep level, your karmic partner is glad this has happened because they probably sensed it anyway or felt something was going on. So it's like a breath of fresh air. It's actually out in the open. So I feel that from your perspective and your karmic cycle perspective, it's actually a good thing. Now, from their perspective, we've got eventual positive outcome. So eventually it will lead to what you want. So again, this is a good thing. So no matter what the chaos is, and I'm sure it's all completely crazy, however, there is a reason. So eventually it will settle down and things will be okay. So it will lead to what you want. So I feel ultimately, even if, in the short term, it creates distance or chaos or whatever goes on, eventually it will lead everything forward. So this is like something that needed to happen. That's really what I'm picking up on. Okay, so let me get a timeline around your karmic cycle just to see what comes through. Any timeline, and any timeline around their karmic cycle or anything we need to know. And I want to bring in, I've got the karmic partner speak stack here. So what's your karmic want to say? And what does their karmic want to say? Okay, so your karmic is saying, we only see each other at meal time. So your karmic may feel like you only see each other at certain times of the day. Could be having a meal together. I feel your person is missing spending time with you in some way. Or perhaps this has clarified why they feel like you're not perhaps there as much as you want to be in your head, So in other words, your body may be there, but your mind's elsewhere. So I feel like your karmic is grateful that they finally understanding what's going on. So I'm not saying they're happy about it, but it feels that way. We've got October to November as well. So when I'm connecting with this, Scorpio could be significant. Scorpio is also a sting in the tail. So your karmic partner could perhaps be saying nasty things or because they're hurt. Remember, hurt people. Something could be coming to a head October, November. So this could be when you clear yourself of that karmic cycle. Or it could be that October, November was when things started all bubbling up. And this is just like a blow up of whatever started bubbling up around that time. But I feel be grateful for what's happened because it's a good thing, okay? I know obviously it's chaotic, but it's a good thing. So your person's karmic partner is saying, I'm tired of trying. And this card tried to go back in the deck. So I feel also the karmic partner on their side is also feeling grateful it's come out because, again, it gives some kind of clarity. Because it feels like this person was constantly trying to make it work or trying to get their attention or trying and just not getting anywhere. So this may be like, oh, it makes sense now. So I'm not saying they're happy about it, but again, it brings some clarity in. We've got Aries as significant here, March to April, and we've got full moon ending. So there could be an ending coming in because of this. Could be around the full moon in the Aries season. Okay, so the full moon in the Aries season is the 1st of April. So the 1st of April could be significant. There could be some fiery energy around until the Aries season. So this could be on their side, arguing, chaos. Because obviously it's going to be more dramatic on on your twin side is what I'm feeling. But there could be an ending around the full moon. Now, obviously, this could even be your person saying, I can't do this anymore with you. I've got to try and make this karmic cycle work or whatever it is. But there's going to be eventual positive outcome with you because of it. So what I'm really feeling is whatever's going on, it's going to create the karmic ending. I hope that helps, okay? So Saranga hasn't come in, I don't think, with an answer. So I'm just going to pull you a karmic card. I feel this is for your karmic anyway. So what does your karmic want to say to you? The Saranga. What does your karmic want to say to you? What does your karmic want to say? These are the two cards, okay? First one is that you were clumsy and messy. Now what that means is, it doesn't mean that they see you as like clumsy and messy, as in you make a mess everywhere and drop things everywhere. I feel it's how you handle things. So you may be clumsy and messy about how you handle what you're going through. So in other words, you may feel like I've handled that really well and they have no idea that's going on, but they do. They see that you are clumsy and messy with what you're doing. Does that make sense? It's like, say for example, you're looking at your phone and you think you're hiding that from your karmic person, then you're doing that in a clumsy or messy way. So your karmic partner is aware of what you're doing. That's what I've got coming through. Okay, and we've had some great times. So your karmic also is happy with the times you've had and reminiscing about those times, saying, we've had some good times. You know, we've shared some great times together. So it's not like it's all bad. You've had some good times, or they see it that way. You may see it totally different, but they see it that way. And that may be why they're putting up with some behaviour from you that maybe they wouldn't tolerate from anyone else. Give me a block there. What else does the karmic want you to know? I'm not a bad person. So the karmic may feel like you feel they're a bad person, or they may feel like a bad person, or they may feel that you see them that way, or they may feel bad because of the situation and they want to part as friends. So if you split up, they want to part with you as friends. They want to part amicably. They don't want to lose you out of their life because they've had some good times with you. So they want to be your friend regardless of what's going on. I hope that helps, okay? So let me just see where I am in the chat, okay? So I'm just seeing how many... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say no more donations so I can catch up, okay? So no more donations until I can catch up. Thank you, guys, okay? So Samantha, thank you for the donation. Any messages from Gabriel? So what does Gabriel want you to know? So Gabriel is saying to you, setbacks and differences. Could be some conflict around it, okay? And he knows that you complement his life, okay? So there may be some people around him that are different than, who he is, and he sees like you complementing you, even though there may be differences between you, and you've had your setbacks, you've had your obstacles and challenges, he knows that you're good for him. And he's saying, is this path for me? So I do feel he's like looking at people around him, thinking, oh, I'm not really where I'm meant to be. Okay, I'm not where I'm meant to be. These people don't serve me anymore. This path isn't for me. And he knows that you complement his life, that you make his life better. That's what he's dealing with at this moment. So if he's got a karmic person around him, he doesn't want to be around that person. Or if there's any karmic people around him. And he's got to take decisive action. So I feel he's going to move towards you when you don't expect it. He's going to make that decision to take action towards you, but it will come out of the blue for you. For him, it may be something he's been strategically planning, so it won't be a shock to him, but it will be to you, okay? And he's got, the Ace of Pentacles. This could well be between now and April you receive contact, because he is going to invest in a future with you, and I feel he wants to move towards you. Can you see the bulls in there? So I'm seeing Taurus season is significant here. So you could receive communication during the Taurus season. Or this could be when he really starts putting effort in and making it work with you. Or making it known to you that he wants to make it work with you. I hope that helps, okay? Liz, thank you for the donation. Message and guidance from the angels, please, Liz, and an archangel card. So what do the angels want you to know? This is for Liz. What do the angels want you to know? So first of all, the angels saying to you, when you're in a constant state of gratitude, it brings more to you. So being in a constant state of gratitude results in constantly receiving blessings from the universe. Okay, so you're going to receive more when you are being grateful for what you have now. And then you release negative emotions to become more balanced within. So the more grateful you are, the quicker things are going to turn around. The universe, so you may be seeing 222, 444, the universe has got you when it comes to this matter, and always, so have faith. So whatever it is that you were wanting, the universe is already on this when it comes to this matter. So if you've prayed about something, the universe, God, the angels are already working on it. And you're worthy of all the amazing things in your life. You just need to believe. So you may be seeing 111, 222, and 444. Or you may start seeing those numbers. So an archangel card. Let's bring Archangel Michael in. To give me fear. I know you're asking for an archangel card, but I want to bring Michael in. So what does Archangel Michael want you to know? Innocence. This is about forgiving everything and rising up. Also having compassion, empathy for others. And specifically your twin flame, because it's like he's innocent in the grand scheme of things because he's growing and healing and evolving, and he's also teaching you lessons. So there may be something you need to forgive or see within him that's very innocent. It says, dear God and the angels, this is a prayer, an affirmation, but I feel the message is, the Archangel Michael is going to help you to see all of your qualities of pure love and light reflected within you and all others. So I feel as also you're going to see yourself in your twin. Okay, help me embrace my God-given innocence so I may be at peace. So you may also, this could also be about forgiving yourself for things. Forgiving yourself to feel free, okay? I also want to bring in Archangel Raphael for you as well. So what does Archangel Raphael want you to know as well? What does Raphael want you to know? Ask your body for a message. So you may need to communicate more with your body, because your body will tell you how it's feeling and what it's going through and what you need to release and heal. So your body will help you to hear your messages. So say, body, please help me to hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honouring and respecting my body's needs. So you may just need to be better to yourself at this time by saying yes to you, to say no to others, looking after you, putting time and energy into you, and that may well be what you're doing. I'm going to bring in the messages from your angels. Anything else that Lise needs to know? Anything else? There we go. Play a card. So you've got Francesca and Isabella. So Isabella's saying, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So whatever you're working towards is going to come in. And what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So what I'm feeling is if you visualize what you want, it's going to be manifested. So you could see 777 and 888. So you're going to be bombarded with numbers. I hope that helps, okay? Joy, great to see you, honey. And thank you so much for donating me a hot chocolate. I've just seen it. So really hoping I'm going to get there either today or tomorrow. Hi, Liz, what does my person want to say today? So what does your person want you to know today? Hey, Victor, welcome. Good morning. So the message coming through is I don't want to fight. So he definitely doesn't want to fight with you. He wants to make love to you. He wants to be a lover, not a fighter. But I'm not saying you're fighting about things, but it's like he doesn't like conflict or, he doesn't want to be in that energy with you. So he definitely wants to sort things out or be more loving towards you than fighting, okay? Just time out that person. If someone can time out that person, please. I just deleted it by accident. If you can time that person out. Okay, we don't come on here promoting other people's channels, okay? We've got, I need more time to figure things out. So he just needs a bit more time. Time to figure things out, okay? Time to work through things because he doesn't want to fight with you. So I don't necessarily feel you've had a fight or an argument, but he's saying, I don't want to, be on your bad side. I don't want you to see me as a bad person. I feel this is more about how he sees you, that he doesn't want you thinking badly of him. What else does he want to say to you, or what else do you need to know? What does he want you to know? What does he want you to know? Yeah, he knows he's got to make a decision. So he's coming into awareness of whatever his decision is. There's going to be a breakthrough coming in here. Okay, there's going to be a breakthrough March as well. I feel March to September is a breakthrough period. So you may see penguins as well. But he's saying, I am going to speak my truth. I know what I want to do. And there's going to be a breakthrough in communication. That's what I'm picking up on as well. Challenges to overcome. So he knows there's challenges. And you'll overcome them together because he wants to be in it with you for the long haul. And that's what's coming eventually, eventual positive outcome. So I am feeling even if there's conflict now, you're going to overcome that together. And you know how strong you are. You're stronger than you realise. And he is very inspired by your strength as well. Anything else you need to know? You've got giving. So he loves how giving you are. And he wants to give to you as well. And again, there's conflict. So you've got 3 cards of conflict coming up. Because he's conflicted between his higher self and his ego. And he doesn't want to fight with you. He wants to give to you. And he's going to take action, strategic action. Now, this can be March as well. But again, it's planning, thinking, working it out, giving more time. And what I've got coming through as well, and I have to be honest about this, and this is a bit rude, but use your imagination. He wants to be able to give. Please use your imagination and see it in a sexy way, because I can't say it really, but he wants to be giving to you in that way. Okay, he wants to give to you the flower. He wants to pay attention to your flower. Does that make sense, okay? Got to say it in a PG way there. But yeah, I'm getting that coming through as well. I feel that's his fantasy. A lot of passion there, Joy. And thank you to Max as well for my hot chocolate. Copy the cat, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, messages from the angels and twin, please. So what does your twin want you to know? I'm feeling trapped, okay? So feeling trapped in their life, wanting to break free of this prison they're in, a self-made prison, their own mind, the chaos, the struggle, the drama. And your divine grace enchants them. So your person sees you as the Empress, sees you as a very healing person, very kind, very loving, gentle. They're drawn to you automatically. And your person is very frustrated because they aren't with you right now. And they want to be with you. They want to be around you. And they feel like they're stuck. So your person is stuck in some kind of cycle or situation that they need to break free from. And it's driving them crazy, that they can't be with you. And you're manifesting. You may be manifesting this. So you have all the tools inside you to get what you want. So you may be manifesting something as well. This could be communication. However, your person is still feeling trapped in some way. So yeah, their heart is telling them to just do it. And that's break that cycle, move on, be with you, make a decision. But they've got to do it. So you may be manifesting this. However, they need to be the one to take the action step. Because you can manifest till you're blue in the face. But unless they, actually take control, then, they've got free will, remember. So I feel you've got to perhaps even breathe a little bit and pray and give it to heaven a bit more. And you've got the 9 of Wands, don't give up. This pain you're going through will just make you stronger. So don't give up, because I do feel he's going to break those chains. And you can call on Jesus to assist him. I hope that helps, okay? Bina, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, I like to have someone to put an offer in, but also a bit anxious. Could I get angel guidance? What do you need to know about this house? Okay, you've got progress. So you're making progress towards it, definitely. And you want to give. So I feel this is something that you can give to, something you can put energy into. So I do feel this is something that will work out. Okay, because then I'd like to put an offer in. Well, if you put that offer in, there'll be progress there. And I feel that it's a very giving time. It's something you want to give to, something you want to work on. So I feel it will benefit you. I feel I've got a good feeling about it when I'm connecting with this. So anything else? You're going to let go of your own fear. What do you need to know? Yeah, let go of the fear. Okay, you're having sleepless nights, worry about it, because I suppose it's a big responsibility. But if you go for this, it will be a positive outcome. So you got, yes, eventual positive outcome, overcoming your fears. And the thing is, what you got to remember is, if you buy it and then you decide to leave, you can always sell it. So remember that too. But I feel you're making progress. And even if you don't buy this one, you're still making progress towards actually taking that leap of faith and doing something you want to do. And I feel there'll be progress with this over the next 3 weeks. So perhaps you go and view it again, or an opportunity comes in over the next 3 weeks, or even in March. And obviously 3 weeks is March. We're going to March next week, the end of next week. But I feel over the next 3 weeks there's some kind of progress made. I hope that helps, okay? Saranga, thank you for the donation. There is a ritual we need to do for our ancestors. Shall I get it done? Well, obviously, if you feel you want to do that, get it done. Well, you don't need to do anything. Well, you don't have to do anything. You choose to do things. Okay? So what do the angels want you to know about this ritual? Being in a constant state of gratitude results in constantly receiving blessings from the universe. So when you do this ritual, whatever it is you're doing, make sure you do it when you're feeling good, or you're feeling grateful, or you're feeling happy. Well, this could be some kind of gratitude ritual you're doing. And then you're going to receive blessings from the universe. Maybe you feel like if you do this ritual, it's going to lead to blessings. And I feel that's a sign for you. But as long as you do it in a good energy, then it will obviously bring in the right things. I hope that helps, okay? Jacinta, thank you for the donation. Jacinta says, can't find your question again, honey. Just pop it in the chat for me. I'm going to do Stella first, okay? So Stella, thank you for using your milestone. Important messages from my angels and DM. So what's an important message from your angels? You've got delayed communication is happening for a reason. Okay, your dreams are going to come true even if there's delayed communication, even if you're not talking right now. And it's all fear. False experiences appear real. Put your phone down, don't worry about it. Communication will come in at the right time. Could also be fear stopping your masculine from communicating with you. But regardless, your dreams are going to come true, and you could be having dreams too, vivid dreams. You've got let's set the record straight. I feel your person wants to communicate with you. When the time is right, that delayed communication will end, and he'll come in fast, and he's going to set the record straight with you. He's going to tell you what's going on. Now, you could have a dream first. So you could have a dream that tells you what is going on. So he could set the record straight first in this dream and tell you he's going to do it in a physical way. The angels want you to balance your energy because that will bring in what you want quicker. So I've got a timeline for union between February and October. Remember, timelines are guidelines. But if you balance your energy and you work on you, things could shift as quick as that, okay? Your angels say there is no room for fear, only love. And you got fear in this deck. So you got fear is an illusion. False experiences appearing real. Your mind making something up and saying, what if this happens or doesn't happen? We worry, we go into anxiety. There's no room for that, only love. And I feel that something's going to happen quickly when you let go of fear. So any delays in communication, don't worry. You know, the angels say you're not moving on. You're focusing on your spiritual growth. You're trusting in your intuition. These cards are moving. And that's building something you want through good choices. They're all the ones facing up. The other ones are that way down. So you're making good choices, and that's building a future for yourself by trusting in this telepathic link in your intuition. Everything is happening to grow your soul, and you're moving on from the past. I hope that helps, okay? Okay, Jacinta, what was your question, honey? Does anyone know what Jacinta's question was? So I'm going to come back to Jacinta, where, you know, mods, I know you're asking her. So we need Jacinta's question. And we're going to do Sonu. Thank you for the donation, honey. Sonu says, where's your question? Again, I can't find Sonu's question either. This is why you need to put your questions in with the super chat, guys. It makes it easier for me. I can see you down there. So I'm going to do Seconia first, okay? I can see your question further down. So I'm going to do Seconia, Sonu, and then come back to Jacinta, okay? Just makes it easier for me. So Seconia says, what is Harshit feeling for me today? Any messages from him? So what is Harshit feeling today? I will return to you someday. So he's teaching you patience at this time. Okay, so you need to have patience in the connection because he is going to return. And if that's on your mind, if you're thinking, is he going to return? He is coming, okay? So what does he want to say to you? What's he feeling for you? He's saying, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So this is holding him back at this point because he's worried about letting you down or not living up to what your expectations are. So he may need to release expectations, but he is going to return to you, okay? So what else is coming through? What else is coming through? Sun, illumination and growth. So everything that's happening at this time is happening to grow your soul, to illuminate you to the truth, to bring clarity in. And there is going to be a happy outcome. So he is going to move towards you when the time is right. What else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? Yeah, it's a lot of growth going on, soul growth. You've got the Orca for moral compass. So he's working out what's right, what to do. He wants to take the honouring path to you. So this is what he's currently working out. Okay, he's working out what to say, what to do, how to come forward the correct way. And you're being asked to give him time. That's what you need to know. I hope that helps. Okay, so he's working on himself right now to move towards you. So Sonu, I can see your question now. I couldn't then. Okay, so you don't have to worry. I'm definitely answering your question. I just asked you to put it in the chat and it's there. So what is Malar's feelings and energy for Sunita? Okay, So what is his messages and what did he decide for our relationship? So what he wants you to know is he needs time to reflect on this. So he needs some time out, okay? So you're going to give him time to work through whatever it is he's working out or going through. His decision. You're saying, what did he decide? I don't feel he's decided anything yet. I feel he's in this isolation, thinking, needing space, needing to work it out, needing time to process it all. So you've got to allow him to have that. You've got to give him this time, okay, to work out what it is that he actually wants or what he needs to do. And he's taken a lot of restraint to hold himself back from you. So you've got to also hold yourself back from him at this time, which means stop reaching out, let him come to you. It's taking all the strength in him to stay away. But there will be a happy outcome because there'll be illumination and growth from this. So I feel that you've got to give him this time and there'll be a positive outcome. So what else? What else do you need to know? You've got reveal yourself to me. So he's going to take his mask off. His decision will be to reveal something to you. And he'll take the mask off. However, you've got to wait for him to do it. And I feel this could come in between now and the 9th of March. I hope that helps, okay? Okay, we're still waiting for Jacinta. Tony, thank you for the donation. Tony, where's your question? Can anyone see Tony's question as well? There's Tony. So I got Tony. Tony says, happy Friday, everyone. We're moving towards a beautiful world. We can do this. Isn't that beautiful? So Tony may just be donating there. So I think Tony's just donating there. Thank you for the donation, Tony. Tony's question is here. Okay, where is it? Ah, there he is. Okay, there you are. A message from the angels is great. So what do we need to know for Tony? And thank you for the donation. Operate from love in all you do and all you think and all you say. And I feel that's definitely what you are doing or what you've been working on doing. Tonya, okay, thank you. Tonya. So Tonya is operating from love in everything she is doing. Okay, so when you're operating in love, that's when obviously all the doors open for you. And that's when all the magic happens. And that's when all the good things come in. Yeah, that's when your dreams start coming true. Especially if you need time to think or work things out. So you may find you're isolated. But it's absolutely because your dreams are coming true. Your dreams are moving into place. So when you're spending time by yourself, you're able to manifest, reflect, think, set your intentions. If you're also dealing with someone who's isolating, a person who's perhaps pulled away from you or needs time, that person could also be connected with your dreams coming true. But I feel this is more about you having time to think about what you want and do what's right for you. Okay, what else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? We've got survival, we've got hut there. Again, hut is about isolation, going into a retreat, going within and working things out. So I feel there's things you need to work out. I've got that coming through intuitively about your next steps or the next chapter of your journey or what you want to do. And you could be a writer as well, or you could be guided to write. You could be writing things down. You've got vegetarian, okay? So this doesn't necessarily mean you've got to become a vegetarian. It's more about you doing things out in nature or things that are more plant-based, things that are more in alignment with who you are. So there's a new way of eating or a new way of living gives you energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. So you may need to be in nature. So this retreat, this hut, could be you going somewhere by yourself to writing a screenplay, to find, to eat healthier, to have time for you to actually do it. So I feel that that's what you're getting guided to do, to go into isolation, and then your dreams are going to come true. So I feel you're saying there you're writing a screenplay. I feel that's going to manifest. That's going to help your dreams to come true. However, you need to give yourself that time to isolate to make that happen. So because you're a writer, I'm going to bring Archangel Gabriel in, who's around you as well, flying out. The first card is divine guidance. I feel you're being guided to do this. It says the idea you are receiving, it's heaven sent, and it's an answer to your prayers to assist your dreams coming true. And you've got classes. It says learning and teaching a part of your higher calling. So you may even in the future teach other people how to do this, or this could even be something to do with what you are writing about. There's fear there. So I feel you've got to let go. You know, and you've already took classes, but I feel that you've got all the info you need in you to make this happen. I hope that helps again. They give me a lot of pain here. So you could be releasing fear, which is also resentment. This could be previous resentment as well. So you may be releasing some resentment through this whole experience, and that could be about perhaps things that happened in the past, or if people said things to you in the past that you believed at the time, and perhaps that held you back. So it could be some forgiveness coming in through this as well. I hope that helps, okay? Gypsy, thank you for the donation. Hi Liz, what is my DM thinking and feeling about me at this time? Has he been going through any changes in his heart space or his relationship status? So what's he thinking? He's saying he knows you'd make a great team, and I definitely feel that you're working together in the 5D. You know, he's connecting with you through dreams, and he's feeling your energy all around him, and he's having fantasies about you and visions of the future. So what he's doing is he's taking responsibility for his past. He's facing up to things. So when you're saying what's he been going through, I feel he's definitely taking responsibility for things. So he's able to heal his past and move on from it to have a new beginning with you in the real world. And that's what he's dreamed about and fantasizing about. So he's been judging himself as well. And he's been going over things he regrets and things he's been doing for too long. So I feel he's coming out the other side of that around March. So I feel there's going to be a turning point in March. Yeah, he's asking you not to give up. And look, 5D connection. So the 5D connection is super strong at this point. You're going to feel him. You're going to be dreaming of him. You're going to sense him. And you're going to see lots of signs about him. And he's saying, don't give up. I'll get there. So he is dealing with his life. So relationship status, it feels more like he's coming out of something than going into something. And I'm not really picking up on another person's energy around him, which means if there is someone else around him, he's already made that decision to leave that behind. But perhaps there could be kids involved in this, or he could be thinking about kids, or something he's been in for a long time connected with his childhood, or he's thinking about his childhood, or he's reminiscing. But he's going to fight for you. He's going to do what he needs to do to be with you. But you've got to give him time to do that. He's coming out of this cycle now, whatever it is, and he's going to stand up for what he believes in. So if there is children involved, this could be holding him back at this point. But I feel he's already made a decision to leave something behind. If there isn't children involved, he's thinking about kids, or he's thinking about what it would be like to have kids, or he's thinking about something from the past. So the angel's saying whatever you wish for in 2025 is coming to fruition. So you made a wish in 2025, and that's coming true soon. Especially it could come in around June, July. So whenever your wish was, okay, it's very likely it could manifest around the Cancer season. So you just got to keep your thoughts uplifted and trust what's going on. I hope that helps, okay? Let me just have a breath there. So I'm just looking for Jacinta now. That's it then. I'm going to go off after, guys, because I've been on for nearly 3 hours. So Jacinta says, Liz, how is P feeling about me in the 3D mission? No, 3D, missing him. How is P feeling about me in the 3D? I'm missing him strongly. He's 31 but looks old. So if he looks old, he's tired, he's drained, he's fed up. You know, he's obviously his life isn't really working for him. He's saying his friend posted what's going on with him in the 3D was singing karaoke. So what's he wanting you to know? So first he's saying it's always been you, but something is in the way. So he's got to deal with whatever is currently in the way. Now this could be his own fear, could be a karmic cycle, whatever it is he's got going on. Okay, it could be a third-party person. I feel you already know what this is that's in the way. He's got to deal with that. This could be his own fears around being involved with you because he may not feel good enough for you. But it's always been you and he does want a life with you. Okay, so the feelings haven't changed. His feelings are real for you. And that spark is there still. So he wants you and he desires you. The passion is still there. And he's under spiritual advisement. So he's going through a healing. And so are you. So there's a lot of healing taking place within the connection. So what I'm picking up on is it's just not the right time for union. That's it. And the reason why is because you've got a lot going on yourself. You've got so much stress going on in your own life that you've got to heal first. You're not ready for union. You've got the Hierophant coming out twice here. Okay? And the Hierophant is about commitment marriage, which I feel you're going to have in the future. But you've got to trust the process to it. He's saying his mother wouldn't approve. Well, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, if you're meant to be, you'll get married regardless of what his mother says or doesn't say. So you're saying, I know that God led me to you for a reason. You know that. And you know that God led you to him because you know he's your ultimate person. You know he's going to be like your spouse. You know, he's going to be your God spouse, or, you know, he's going to be the right one for you. You know that. You know he is. You know that's where it's heading. You know it is. Doesn't matter whether he's with someone else. Doesn't matter what his mother is doing. You know that you are meant to learn from this situation because you have a spiritual journey together as twin flames, that you are learning from each other and from other people, that you have a spiritual, like you're going through spiritual growth to be together, but ultimately you'll end up together. You know it in your heart. It's only the ego that says otherwise. Blaming it on a karmic partner or the mother or anyone else. It's just growth. That's what's in the way. Something that's in the way is going to be released to bring you together. And right now you're learning the right lessons to grow as a soul, to evolve and transform. You learning, he learning, to bring you together at the right time. And you receive spiritual advisement from your guides and angels all the time, constantly. But you have to trust what you feel in your heart space. And that's why you're feeling him, because you are one, regardless of the situation. So what else does he want to say? He's saying to you, I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. So he feels like he has hid his feelings from you, and he wished he'd be more honest with you. He said, I am in a much better headspace now, but I am worried that maybe we're too different. So obviously the differences are there because of the morals, beliefs, his mother, everything else. But again, it's only maybe. Doesn't mean it's going to stick around in his energy. It means like, well, maybe, maybe it can't work because of this, or maybe. But he's going to overcome those things. It's part of the spiritual journey. So you've got to be strong. So don't focus on him at this point. Focus on healing you and getting through your own struggles. Because, the ship there, the pirate ship, you got rebellion. What I'm feeling is he will rebel against things. So in other words, he will speak up for you, and he will stand up to his mother and get out of his situation. He will do that, but I'm seeing the stormy sea. So you've got to go through the stormy sea to become a skilled sailor. I hope that helps, okay? Sonia says, you told me I was going to reveal something to Sunita. Can you see what it could? I feel you just got to wait and be patient with whatever it is. Okay? You've got to trust in the timing of your journey. And also you are resilient. The angel's saying you're strong enough to handle what's going on. So you've got to just allow things to unfold. He'll reveal to you his feelings when he's ready. Okay? Okay, I'm going to do a collective message. Then I'm going off, guys, because I need a drink, okay? So I'm going to do a collective message, what your person wants you to know. So pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. So if you haven't had a card yet, don't worry. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3, okay? So pick a pile, 1, 2, or 3. You see them there? 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Pile 1, your message is they can't hold back. They're going to reach out. There's going to be communication coming in if you pick this pile between now and the next 8 weeks. Some of you could receive contact within 8 days, even 8 hours if you're already in contact or you feel something is brewing. But there's going to be contact coming in because they don't want to hold back from you any longer. They're finding it very hard to stay away from you. Pile 2, you've got the battling their demons, so they need a bit of time. So between January and May, they're going through a lot of struggle. They may be going through a dark night of the soul. So with your connection, you may hear something after May. It could be June time when something big starts shifting forward. But they're battling their ego, their demons, their fears, their struggles to be able to come out the other side, okay? Pile 3, their pain of being without you is hurting them too. And they're working on improving themselves. They have a lot on the mind, okay? No more donations, I'm going off, okay? I have a lot on my mind, okay? So there's decisions there. Okay, your person's making a decision. They're currently improving themselves in the silence or in the separation. They're hurting being away from you, and they know they need to work it out. So they've got a lot going on. They may be burdened as well. They could have a lot on their plate right now. So I feel they're working on themselves. So I feel like September there could be a big decision coming in, okay? But they're missing you, definitely. They're missing you, thinking about you. However, they are working on improving themselves as well. So give them time and space to heal themselves, to work through what they're going through, and they'll move forward at the right time. But I do feel if you pick this pile, it could take a bit longer. So take it out, resonates with you. So I hope that helps, guys. So have a great day. Thank you all for being here. I will be live doing a Q&A again on Monday, maybe before, I'll see. Best thing to do is pop your notification bell on. But I've got a lot going on. I've got to record videos as well, remember. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for all your love and support, and I'll see you soon.